the building with another fire episode. Another legend right here. But y'all know how we start things. It's the I Say That to Say This podcast brought to you by M3S3. You know what M3S3 stand for. Men Make Moves.
Suckers Stand Still.
We in the building. Y'all know how we started. And my special guest, before we say who he is, say he already know how we do this. So I'm going to let him lead it.
His gangster a little bit.
I'm going to let you say the quote. I'm going to just do the movement. I don't want to mess up your quote.
Okay. So just repeat. I'm not above you. I'm not below you. I'm right here with you.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's get it.
Fred forgot my cup. I'm not above him or below him right now. He supposed to be right here.
Like Mike Lyon, he supposed to got a cup like 3 weeks ago.
Fred trying to put me on the spot.
Saeed now.
You trying to put me on the spot to go ahead. I done fucked it up. I'm not below him. I done fucked that whole shit up. But we in the middle though.
So look, man. Special guest in the building for me. Huge fan. Followed this guy's career for a long time. Not only do I rock with him as a person, I said it backwards. Not only do I rock with him as an artist, rock with him as a person.
Get the nerves out.
And for me, you know what I'm saying? This nigga here. For me, the people that I bring on here, of course, there gonna be some maybe clickbait, people might say.
Some niggas you don't give a fuck about.
Come on, we trying to make it. But people like you are like special, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I grew up trials and tribulations and just hearing your voice over this music and then, you know, when you look more into what you got going on, you know, I don't think a lot of people know your story. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people probably know the music. They see you with Joe Budden. They see you on the Joe Budden podcast, all of that. But I don't feel like your story has been done justice. So I said, you know what? I want to have him up here. You know, when I get a platform, I want to bring people on here that I personally want to highlight. You know what I'm saying? So it's an honor for me. It's an honor for my team. We got Emanny in the building.
I appreciate that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think nobody else gonna give me no fire like that. That was fire, man.
Perfect introduction.
I almost shed a little thug tear. Like, man, I done did some shit in my life. That's dope, man. I appreciate it. Your hospitality has been amazing. Your whole crew and everybody been welcoming. I always judge that off of that. If we're gonna have a good time, I don't feel like this is the first time meeting y'all, so that's how I know this is gonna be a good.
Love
Good
it.
job, team. Good job, team.
Y'all solid, man. All you niggas is solid.
Got people in the back.
She said don't hug her though.
Yeah, I said hug.
I dead ass hugged her.
That's my sis.
My bad. She said don't hug?
I gave her 2 hugs.
No, because when I first met her, I've always was taught you don't really welcome yourself to a woman unless she says give me a hug. So I didn't want to so I put my hand out. She's like, no, I do hugs. All right, great. So she came out, she said, you don't do no hugs, right? She's like, nope. Here you go.
Handshake, please.
Yeah, she said, nigga.
That's hard body. Look at this nigga.
She red as hell back there, yo.
You know, traditionally, light-skinned women, they don't really like hugging light-skinned
They
men.
don't like hugging?
They always go the other route.
Oh,
Wow.
That's not a thing. That is not a thing. That's not a
Light-skinned
thing.
women never like light-skinned men.
That's not a thing.
Okay.
Well, hold on. That's not what you said the first time. You said,
they don't like hugging.
yeah, they don't like hugging.
But do
We
light
can hug whoever,
But
but
y'all don't really like. All right, so now, all right, cool. You right.
Are you attracted to light skinned men?
Hell no.
they just have to be black in
You
general.
have to be black in general.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, basically, like, it
why are
doesn't
you
matter if you're
stuttering?
white or black, but preferably, yes, I would like you to be a little chocolatey.
The chocolate?
A little chocolatey.
What, like define
But I don't discriminate. It
Define
doesn't mean I
chocolate.
wouldn't date a light skin.
define chocolate.
Define chocolate.
She said it means I wouldn't date a light skin like it was like a deformity or something like that.
Like how the slaves used to talk.
I mean, a house nigga. A house nigga.
Weird.
You ever got teased about being light skinned
Hell
growing
yeah, all
up?
my life.
All your life?
Hell yeah.
That's crazy, though.
So it's so funny. I used to get teased about being light skinned. I used to get teased about my lips. And I used to get teased about my ears, right?
They was jealous. Them niggas was jealous.
So let me tell you, 100%, my ears thing I just got over because when I started on the pod, on the Joe Budden pod, make sure y'all go subscribe,
Shout out to
Patreon,
Joe.
all that other fly shit. I would read the comments, and I always read the comments. That's my homework. And it was like mad niggas in there and like, yo, look at this clown nigga tucking his ears in his hat.
Oh, Dumbo.
Nigga, I just stopped about a couple of months ago. The niggas was
Also,
in,
you used to have a Tay-Rock effect. Like,
yeah.
the whole hat over.
Yeah, so I was doing that because I was all my life growing up, niggas was like, you got some big ass Dumbo ears.
Damn.
So I hated that. And then when I used to take pictures, I would always do this. Cause my bottom lip.
I was like, what is that?
Cause my bottom lip. So I would try to cover my bottom lip because they would always say you got that big ass bottom lip.
That's crazy.
That's sad.
Yeah, so being a light skinned, big ear, big lip nigga was a hard trauma, man.
Yeah, but you
But did you get
had a
bitches,
superpower,
though?
Huh?
But did you get bitches though?
Okay, I did get bitches, right? But let's define bitches, right?
Okay.
They wasn't of quality. They wasn't like as a young guy,
Yeah.
just happened to be light skinned, then I was also a singer. So
Oh, it used to, that was
I
your.
used to be the corny nigga that walk around, you see
Trying
a
to
girl walk by.
serenade them.
You gotta try to hum a little bit.
That's why niggas hated
You gotta get past all
That's
this
what-
Yo, here
thing,
doing
though,
Chris Brown moves
They gotta
and
get
stuff.
to know you, and then they was feeling you.
Yeah. So I had like a lot of trials and tribulations as a light skinned nigga, for real.
Oh my God.
Honestly. But no,
Light skin was in at one point though.
it was.
Because
It was.
I'll be sure.
But it would be like light skin,
Drapes.
but you had to have like bright eyes too.
Yeah. You had
was
to
like
be on
you had
your-
to be
your
both.
ish.
Like ish.
You had to be on your ish shit. Yeah. And then I mean,
Ish come off like he had
He's too light-skinned.
mad. No, Ish came out like he had all the ladies.
nah, ish was
his
that
whole
nigga.
life.
Nah,
He was.
Ish was 100%.
He the nigga with the pretty eyes, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Anytime you say that's the nigga with the pretty eyes, you know a nigga has some bitches. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but
His stories check out for sure. Ish had, damn, he had more than Joe, like they were saying on the show.
I don't know because they fights be kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I
'cause
think-
Over about the,
I think Joe's, you know, I hate to say that because I know Joe has great character and I'm pretty sure women meet him and they like his character. But also when you have the name of being someone in the industry, it kind of trumps all that bright eye shit.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
right.
But
That's true.
you know,
Status.
those guys 100% are very personable guys. So most likely the women are gonna flock to them just
Right.
off of conversation.
Right.
And it don't hurt that you just a light skinned nigga.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, growing up as a dark skinned nigga, we hated you niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the superpower. If I could sing, I wouldn't talk no more. I would call and wake up. Hello?
Is that you?
I'm telling you.
You know what's funny? Every nigga that say that,
Uh-huh.
I promise you it would not be the case.
Nah.
I hate having to sing on cue for people.
What?
I don't like that.
You don't like
Where'd
your
he go?
talent?
See? I don't like that. I don't like it because for me, what it used to tell me, it used to speak to an insecurity I used to have. It used to tell me I can't really pull people in unless I have to showcase that talent.
Right.
For me, I'm like, nigga, my personality is 10 times better than
Your singing voice.
all that other shit.
Yeah.
So if that's all you want to focus on, then
That's not all it
I'm
means.
not beat.
Yeah.
Now, if we just so happen I'm walking around and I'm talking and I just, because I do that often. Like we was walking
start
around
singing.
Harmonizing.
and I heard it, like I had this song, I have this Usher,
You remind me of a girl.
no, Room in a Room on his new album.
Okay.
So I have this song stuck in my
I
head.
don't know those like that yet.
And I love it. Every time I just catch myself thinking, I hear that song and it forces me to hum it. But I wouldn't want people to think, oh, here this light skinned nigga.
Start singing again.
So,
Here he go.
That voice. bro.
but our beef back in the days was because you niggas just always came off as super tough and we always came off as the pussy
Soft.
niggas.
Yeah.
So I used to overcompensate and want to be the nigga that was fighting everybody.
But you got some light skinned niggas that was really like that. That you know what I'm saying? I used to look up to all the gangsters in New York. And some of they dudes was like light skinned gangsters, you feel what I'm saying?
We just bruise easier. That's
Right. Yeah. We can act like nothing happened.
Facts, right? You know
Who
what I'm
won?
saying?
I don't know. They say I got it. A light skin dude, like, you lost.
You lost.
He both your eyes.
you know, we used
Purple
to
eye.
say, well, if you think I look like this, imagine what he looks like. Bullshit. You said the bullshit. That's it.
Hey, so let me ask you about the current state of R&B.
It's fucked up. I gotta
It's
go.
fucked up?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was thinking the same thing. You know, because I grew up in a certain era where R&B was the key. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we have too many dope R&B artists right now. Some of them that we're forced to listen to. But how do you feel about today's R&B opposed to back then?
I think if you do enough of the searching and the research, you're gonna find that there's a lot of motherfuckers out here doing some dope R&B.
Right.
A lot of them. I want to try to run off names, but we'll be here all day.
Okay.
I think we've just entered an era where I don't want to blame this on women, but I'm gonna blame it on women in a way. And it's really not your fault, but it is your fault. Women kind of usually determine what men want to listen and vibe to.
Right.
Because when we go in the club, if y'all not vibing to some shit, we ain't vibing.
That's facts.
That makes
If
sense.
we get in the car and y'all get in the car, we want to play some shit that y'all gonna like. And when I used to put on R&B, it was usually in moments where I was entertaining
Sure.
a woman. And she wanted to hear the Carl Thomas. She wanted to hear the Darnell Jones. She wanted to hear the John B. She wanted to hear
me?
All that. All
wanted
that.
to hear all that fly shit. And then there become a time in the era where the R&B singers started rapping and started doing other shit, and at no fault, they was changing with the times, but they lost sight of that other. Like, I know we shouldn't really talk about the nigga locked up, but R. Kelly 100% had the balance.
Oh, we talk about him openly. Yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, wait, so y'all say his name?
we say
So Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Hold on, because very clear. You deep in the game. People say R. Kelly. Does that
What?
Change the narrative of
for
stuff.
the podcast? Like, will that hurt the view, or will YouTube slow us down? Type shit.
I don't think so.
No. But I don't say the name because there is women here, and I don't know how they feel hearing that name.
You like R. Kelly, right?
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. I'm sorry to cut you off to go to your point. I don't like that they do that type of judgment, and we got people like Bobby Womack in his situation scenarios. For those who know,
He's a fucked up nigga.
Yeah, he's a fucked up.
But it's a difference between being a fucked up nigga and being a pisser.
Yeah.
R. Kelly is an abuser. I wanted to say the other word, but he's an abuser.
Yeah.
Bobby Womack was just a fucked up nigga.
Right.
I can't equal them. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of them when you actually dig deep into their background. A lot of them was.
I mean,
a lot of them was
All
worse.
these artists got some
lot of
dark
them.
shit with them.
Shit, we like people like that Elvis, but he married his goddamn niece.
Well, he was a sick. I mean, but I don't like talking about white boys and R&B.
Right.
I don't eat.
You don't like John B?
Leave them out.
I give John B.
got the
him an R&B pass because he almost came off as Puerto Rican to me at first. So I just say he Puerto Rican. Like,
I think when Pac got with him, it was like,
yeah.
When Pac got with him, it was like, okay.
He put a little
Y'all
melanin
don't
on
think
him. Like,
Babyface is like the real reason why he popped off like that?
well, no, he is.
Yeah,
He is.
Okay.
And he was signed to Babyface, and he came up to the pod, and we had a good conversation about his run. But back to just the essence of why R&B ain't rocking. I think the content changed. I think with the generations, the women started demanding a certain sound and subject matter from the male singers that the other guys started to get lost. Like, I remember when Trey was Trey.
Now he trigger Trey.
Trey was doing that R&B shit, and he was also getting on records and rapping his ass off and putting out blends of mixtapes. And Drake came along.
Like
Drake
that
did the
Ready
same
album
shit.
was fire from Trey.
Chris Brown, same shit.
That's
It
true.
almost made a regular R&B singer feel like I gotta be able to do both because this is what the top niggas is doing. And in my brain, it's like, no, you don't have to do that. Because even when R. Kelly was R. Kelly, we still had Babyface. We still had Music Soul Child.
And variety.
We have variety. And I think that's just the problem. We've lost variety in the mainstream way.
Right.
But there's dope motherfuckers out here.
Anybody in particular you want to put some light on?
I love Aaron Ray's music. I love Cleo Soul.
Oh.
I love Coco Jones.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
her
she
too.
fire. We
Love
know.
Coco.
This nigga talking about disco.
I just said love Coco, bro. Like
You gotta relax.
Coco Jones.
I'm like dead.
But I love Coco.
There's a lot. There's a lot of them. Damn, I know there's probably somebody that I really want to highlight that I'm forgetting to
Man,
highlight.
damn highlighting them, brother. You have your sound that I love. You can make stadium type music, like theme music. I love you, Rotimi, Neo. Y'all all kind of give me that same similar vibe. Yeah, I love Rotimi.
Neo's
Fire
my-
too.
Neo, I
I
love
think
Neo's
he's
music.
underrated.
I had one of your songs on replay over here, man. Listen,
Oh, Zay France.
Zay
Give
France.
respect to my niggas, Zay France.
shout out to
He's
him.
actually signed to Neo. He's on tour with Eric Bellinger right now too. Shout out to Eric Bellinger, but new guy.
Eric Bellinger is
highlight
great
him.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Zay
But you was on.
But describe your sound.
giving me props?
Give me love,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I'm saying, 'cause you have that R&B sound that I grew up loving and liking, and like I said, every time I hear you on the hook, like do anybody tell you a hook master?
Yes.
Like you got to, because that song that you have with Jada Kiss, bro, I have to play it back all the time.
You know what's funny? I think the rappers that I work with, they tell me that nigga, you do this effortlessly. But I think it's because of just my upbringing. I've never felt like I'm 100%, like I said, out there, I'm a light-skinned nigga. I'm an R&B singer for sure. But to my core, I don't feel like I embody maybe some of the other qualities that come with being an R&B singer.
Right.
Like I've always felt more in tune with the hip hop rap side of just the come up and the hustle and all that. So I think a lot of times when I work with them, the best comes out of me, pause. To where it's easier to write those hooks.
Right.
I'm able to remember where I came from and the people I grew up with. And my brother was locked up for 14 years and shit he went through. Even if I ain't personally go through it, I have good people around me that I can go ahead and base the topics off of. So being a hook master in those senses when it comes to working with rappers, it's honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's easy to do.
Right.
It's easy. The R&B shit, like I'll be honest, I don't like making up-tempo records.
I'm glad
that's what I like about your music.
I don't want to do no club shit. I'm not a club nigga. I'll make a occasional strip club record because I do like, you know, like
you have one of the was it the Money Maker song? Was it
Money Signs?
Money Signs?
Money Signs.
I like that.
I love Money Signs. I did a video for it. I didn't put it out because it was a little too nasty.
Whoa.
And I where I'm trying to get to as an artist, I'm not in that space anymore. I'm not going to the strip club no more. I'm not flying out and doing a whole bunch of wild bullshit that I was doing before. So I didn't want to put that imagery out. And my last project was 7 years ago.
Right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So for me to go from 7 years ago to now and still be pumping out the same type of vibe.
Yeah.
But that's what I like about your music, and I was already a fan before the face became, you know what I'm saying, what it was, because I used to hear you on a lot of hooks. Joe Budden, I shout out to Joe Budden. I used to listen to mood music all the time, but hearing you on some of them singles, yo, who the fuck is this nigga?
Give you my all.
You feel what I'm saying? Yo, who is this nigga? But your sound is here to stay, and it's timeless, man.
I appreciate it.
Like for some of them songs, you would never think like, yo, this was made in 2012.
I know. I noticed that.
Good music.
Like
Drake dad said it on like one of the songs, like all the bullshit ain't gonna last. Like good music is what's gonna last. Like that's
and
facts.
anytime I've worked on anything, I've always thought, am I going to want to hear this in the next 5 years? Now, don't get me wrong. There's certain records that I put out that I'll be skipping off. Like I got my batch of songs that, like, I'm one of them niggas that I go back now to my projects and the songs that I ain't really feeling, I take them shits off.
Right.
For my personal listen. Because I want to hear the complete project. But in the process of making the music, my first thought is, yo, am I going to want to hear this shit 5 to 10 years from now?
Yeah.
Right.
Me.
That's dope.
Let me start with me first. And
Right.
then after that, after I get my ideas flushed out, is anyone going to be able to relate to this? If no one's going to be able to relate to this, then I'm just out here journaling.
I don't think artists do that no more. They don't think
it's
somebody
microwave
gonna
music.
want to relate to this. They just put it out.
Because it's like
It don't matter these days, to be honest.
Right.
People talking about my booty hole brown, and people like, yeah, that's hot. Like, what?
It is brown though.
It's more like a light
Oh
black
my
than a.
So
It's pink.
Wow.
that's crazy.
Pause.
That's
Pause.
crazy. One of our members had a question for you. From someone who worked with greats and hit the top 10 R&B on iTunes charts, and the amount of success you achieved, what has been a surreal moment for you in the midst of it all?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've had my surreal moment yet.
Wow.
And I say yet because I know what's gonna happen.
Okay.
But I don't think it's gonna happen in music. Like the one surreal moment that would be meeting Michael Jackson, but that wasn't off of music.
Oh man, listen.
But let me tell you, I met him, right?
Did he really sound like that?
It's weird because I didn't meet him in the space of like artist shit. I met him. I was fucking with a little white chick at some point in time, right? I'm sorry, black women, but at a certain point in time, I was messing with this white girl. She was from London. Shout outs to Claire. We're still friends.
Aw.
And she was probably the biggest Michael Jackson fan I met before me. So we was working at this joint called a Fresh Air Fun, which was a camp for underprivileged kids, and I was a counselor there. She was a counselor there.
Oh.
And
awesome.
we were talking, and I started trying to get some pussy, so I started singing.
Start singing.
So I started singing.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my God, you sound like
Oh my God.
Michael Jackson."
Yeah.
I was like, "That is such a compliment." And yo, that is my favorite artist. She was like, "Oh my God, I love him. I was just talking to him yesterday."
Talking to
Excuse me?
I
him.
was just
Yes.
talking to him.
I brushed her off. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Try to get some pussy.
Cabin.
Cool, whatever. We had a break in between the camps because it was like 4 sessions, and you get to go back home and take some days off. So, and within the break, we speaking, and she's like, "Listen, Michael's gonna be in Harlem. He's having a press conference with Al Sharpton. I'm gonna go see him. Do you want to come?" I'm like, "What? Why she keep playing this Michael shit?"
Right.
But cool. If I'm gonna get some Muzzy on it,
Yeah.
let me go ahead and play along.
Right.
Go meet up with her. We start walking from the train station and walking, and I'm seeing a big ass crowd. So I'm like, "Oh, Michael here for sure. Nigga here for sure." We get to the block, and it was being held at one of the I think FOY buildings.
What's that?
Is it FOY? It was the Foundational Islamic. It's the fruit of Islam.
Okay.
Right. So it's being held at one of their spots, and I'm like, "We not gonna get in here." It's a line, and then I said, "No, come." Grab
Yeah.
my hand. We walk in. So, "Oh, well, she is a fan. Maybe she got some pull." We sit down, waiting. There's a speaker. Finally, Mike comes in. I'm happy just knowing that I got a chance to see Mike.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just see him. Fuck singing all that. He starts talking. He sits down. He starts scanning the crowd, and I see him do this.
To her?
I said,
He talking to you? He talking to you?
"Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Michael just waved at this white bitch.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't know this nigga. So I tap like, "Yo, waved at you." I know.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah. So I'm cool. So now I'm like this. Forget anything else. I'm gonna get a chance to meet the guy that honestly is not the only, but the start of understanding the passion that I had. So everything ends. Of course, everyone's now trying to rush and this and this and that. She starts walking towards Michael, and security guard is there, and he does this.
Hold on.
He sees who he's doing it to, and he says, "Oh, Claire,
Who is this motherfucker?
Yeah.
lets her through."
What? Who are you with?
I'm like this.
Yeah.
Michael, oh, Claire, oh.
Mike, clap.
Michael, and
That's so
at the
cute.
time I went,
Mike, clap.
I think, so listen, I'm gonna get to that.
What?
So
That's good to know,
so
though.
Michael does that. At the time, I'm going by the name of LA. That was my stage name at the time.
Okay.
And she grabs, brings me in. "Michael, this is LA. He's a great, amazing singer. Oh, hello, LA. Oh, nice to meet you.
It's
Oh,
a
we have to
waste
go."
for me.
I can imitate Michael there.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, God bless you.
Walks off.
Yeah.
Leaves out. I'm like, "Oh shit." And then after that, I was like, "Oh, okay. That's it."
It wore off.
That moment let me know I'm not beat or impressed by any of this shit. Because I really thought that was going to be the moment that I was going to...
Froze up or
I
something.
thought I was going to piss my pants. I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen when I got a chance to meet that man.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have did the Billie Jean kick. I don't know. I probably would have.
Just randomly.
It was so many Muslim niggas there that if I did they would have kicked
Blew
me
your
out.
head off.
Yeah. They wouldn't know what I was kicking at. So,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
but after that, I did some time ago, like, "Yo, let me ask you a question, man.
I was about to say, you never found out.
What was up with you and Mike?"
Mike.
She said for sure Mike 100% was calling fans, talking to fans, keeping in touch with certain people that he knew. Like,
That's dope.
he sees everyone in the world, but he sees the people that he can remember. And so there was times where he would exchange contact with certain fans and write them and call them.
crazy.
She said he was a prankster. Like, he would call in the middle of the night and be like, change his voice and do some funny shit.
Yo, Mike is
and she would have to be like,
He's extraordinary.
"Michael, I know it's you." And it's like,
Oh, you caught me.
so that was my surreal moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was gonna ask you about who was your influence, and you just answered it.
Mike.
My nigga, I study that nigga to this day.
You ain't the only
I
one.
rewatch tours. I rewatch the Bad tour in Yokohama. I watch the Bucharest tour. I watch that shit like it just came out. And I'm still trying to figure out, like, even to this day, I'm like, why the fuck I keep watching this shit? And I'm understanding that every time I watch it, it's something new I'm picking up. It's always something new I'm picking up. And it doesn't even have to translate to actual performance. The psychological shit that goes into being that level of performer.
Crazy.
What the fuck was he thinking at this moment where he had to do this spin? It's just so much detail to him just as a person that I'm always going to be a study of him.
When Mike came out at the Super Bowl and just stood there for like 10 minutes and they was losing, he wasn't even singing. He just was like,
Yo, but the
people was
Legendary.
having seizures.
he just was looking.
Like I grew up when Mike was The Way You Make Me Feel. Like they literally stopped TV. Like you had to go home. The teachers rushed you to go home because his video is finna premiere and stop TV for The Way You Make Me Feel.
You know,
that's crazy. Nobody does that.
How much of a mad scientist you have to become to understand that power and know when to use it, when not to use it, how long should I use it for?
Right.
Let me feel the audience. Not let me just feel the audience. Let me feel the air. Let me feel when my drummer is like, he was 100% like maniacal with that shit. And that's in a new phase of me being inspired. I give all the respects to Joe. I watch him do the same thing when it comes to the media space. Like, people don't know, he knows and sees everything. Like even when you was like, that nigga ain't gonna come, I'm pretty sure he would, because he's tapped in so much. I'm pretty sure if I go get my phone right now, that nigga on Twitter Spaces talking to a bunch of motherfuckers he'll never know.
I caught him in the Spaces.
If I get my phone right now and call him, he gonna answer.
No, I caught him in the Spaces.
But that's
talking
not by mistake.
about certain shit. Like
Yeah,
they was on him about the NBA YoungBoy shit, and he held the Spaces, letting motherfuckers up to hear what the fans say. Where was I wrong at?
Yeah.
Because he get a lot of flack. They're like, oh, you always apologize, because he's open to say, hey, if I'm wrong, prove me that I'm wrong, and we can have a conversation. I thought that shit was dope as shit.
That's like I said, that's not a mistake. That is a scientist at work. Sometimes you become a mad scientist. Sometimes you get a little bit too involved. Sometimes people might think, but when you have the passion for certain shit in a certain way, it'll like drive you not to sleep. Like, I've had nights where I just couldn't sleep, and I'm trying to, why the fuck can't I sleep? And I'm like, oh, I know why. Because I'm thinking about this next play that I need to put together.
Man, that's me.
And it's,
We know.
but that's
good.
Yeah, we
At
know.
3 o'clock, I can't wait to just get up.
We know.
I'm the same way. Like, don't get me wrong, I like getting me some rest, but my thought is, all right, let me hurry up and get the fuck to sleep so I can wake up and get to some shit. That's my thought every fucking night.
I think that's the times now. A lot of us feel like,
Gotta be doing something.
yeah, you
all
gotta
the
be
time.
doing something. If you do fall asleep, I might have missed out on something. Like I took a little nap before I came here. I woke up, didn't have no alarm clock. All I just heard was Fred like, "Come on, Mike." You know what I'm saying? We need to be our butts in the seats at this time.
Right.
But you know what's funny? I've learned.
Is that how I sound?
Yeah.
I've learned
Feel
to
good?
Huh?
That's how I sound?
Yeah. See, I know.
I've learned to appreciate also missing out on shit.
Right.
Like, that FOMO will drive you crazy. So there's certain moments where I like knowing that, I wasn't there, but I'm pretty sure that there's people there that probably wanted me to be there. So
Last
like, my
episode.
energy was still there no matter what, whether I was actually present. So it's an art.
For me personally, man, like I said, I brought you on here because I feel like your story hasn't been told or given justice. So I want to, take it back. Can you tell me who Emanny was? You okay?
Something stuck in my straw, and I'm trying to.
She's trying to drink. There ain't nothing coming up, Paul.
I was like, what is going on? I tried to discreetly blow it out, and you stopped
It'd been better
everything
if you did it fast.
to figure. I
'Cause you're like,
tried, but I'm on camera blowing
I'm
it.
looking at the side, I'm like, what's going on over there?
Movement, Fred, to stop. Coco, you straight?
Yeah, like,
Where you
what
going?
are you doing?
He'll get up and go to the bathroom. Mid-pod.
I like that though. I like that.
Thanks.
You see, you about
Thanks
to
a lot.
come at me, but he liked this.
I like that. I like that.
That worked out.
What do you want me to do? Beat on myself?
Say, hey guys, I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
No.
Okay.
So you said the story.
So the story. So can you tell me who Emanny was? Let's go back to middle school. Like, where did you grow up?
Ooh,
What school was it?
So I grew up in the Bronx, mostly raised in the Bronx.
I don't know why I thought you were from
Jersey. because of the Joe connection. But I grew up mostly raised in the Bronx. I don't have a block to claim because my mom's literally moved every 2 years.
Damn.
It had to be rough in the Bronx though, ain't it?
Yeah, it was nasty.
Right.
It was nasty.
Every 2 years, why?
Let there be a big enough roach in the house, we out. Let there be a mouse, we out. Let
Yeah, I
the
feel
block
that.
decide that it want to start changing and become a little bit more rough, we out.
Was
Let-
it local
switching
moving
schools?
though, or
It was
like
yeah.
far?
So my very first school was I went to Catholic school.
Oh, wow.
So I went to Catholic school in the South Bronx called Immaculate Conception. Then I got kicked out of there in the 3rd grade.
For what?
I was a class clown. And
We learned all the celebrities are class clowns.
I was a
Everybody
class-
we bring on here class clown.
class clown. I would not stop talking. I would not stop performing.
In 3rd grade.
Oh, my grades was great. Great.
So you were smart. You just
Smart.
didn't give a fuck.
Bored.
Got it.
Behavior issues.
Yeah.
Now, your mom, being the type of mom I'm thinking,
Beat
she
your
won't play in that
ass.
shit.
Um,
Or she understood. Oh, you got kicked out there.
no. She was. You know what's so funny? I was telling somebody this the other day. There's a lot of things from my childhood that are kind of blurry for me. And I think it's because of so much activity. Like, I don't remember teacher names. I don't remember a lot of the names of the kids that I was in class with.
Shit, I wouldn't either if you keep constantly moving.
Like,
Yeah,
when
you
I
keep
like, I've literally lived in over 20-something spots in the Bronx.
God.
No joke. If I
Damn.
call my sisters right now, they would tell you, like, yeah, we lived everywhere.
How many brothers and sisters you
I
got?
have 2 sisters and I have 2 brothers. One passed,
Oh,
and then my other brother was locked up for a big part of my life growing up, so I didn't have that connection.
You a middle child or
I am, yeah, like I fall in the middle.
okay?
I fall in the middle. So
He's so he's out now.
yeah, he out now.
Okay.
Yeah, he out now. He good.
But the relationship ain't as tight.
It's amazing.
Oh, okay.
But
That's good.
but the great part about our relationship is we don't need to talk. We don't need to talk.
But when you do talk, it's like y'all never stop
Okay.
talking.
Like my best friend, and I hate saying best friend now as a 40-year-old man, but
No wrong with that.
my friend Karan, we don't talk as often as we used to. He lives in Oakland now. He has a family and everything. But when we talk, it's like, yo, nigga,
That's real
and
friendship, man.
that to me is the measure of, friendship. You can go live your life, do what you do. We can also have two. Like, I'm the guy that his wife know, nigga, that's your friend. He gonna always hold you down. But that might not be the nigga I want you to go on a vacation.
Yeah, he gonna have you clapping.
No, I'm not gonna have him clapping shit. But he just might be the person to get into some bullshit that you just don't need to be around.
Yeah.
I would never let my friend do no bullshit. But I know me, I could possibly get into some shit that he just don't
Need to be associated
You know what I'm saying?
with.
So
yeah.
I think that's the real measure of friendship. And but back to the childhood shit, I literally was bouncing from home to home. And
Mom and dad together?
mom and dad split when I was about 10, 11-ish. And it was rough, not in the sense of me wanting them to be together, because I really didn't want them niggas to be together.
Whoa.
They fought
You
a
didn't want
lot.
your parents to be together?
Nah, you get to a certain point when you start watching two people grow in different spaces, you like, y'all niggas ain't supposed to be together.
Right.
Love y'all.
But
I
no.
love us.
And you knew this
didn't
at a young
favor-
age?
At a young age.
You didn't favor either one. You just didn't want them together.
No, I just didn't want them together. And
Wow. I've never heard that.
That's wisdom though at a young age.
and because I remember a moment where they started messing back around. And I would see my pops come over and then leave late. And I'm like, man, what you...
Why
in
you
my mind,
here?
I'm like, damn, like you back here? And it's so funny because my oldest son, he's the same way. Me and his mom are cool. We don't do anything. We never tried it. We're 100% in our own lives. But he don't even want to hear about the fact that I was clapping her. Like my way of
Anybody want to
Why
hear about
would
their
he?
parents
Like,
clapping those?
yeah.
But he got a smart mouth, so whenever he says something stupid to me, I'm like, you know I was fucking your mama, right?
That's hard body.
Like,
That is crazy.
and he hates
That's-
it.
Yeah.
He hates
That's
it.
wild.
But that's like so. But yeah, growing up, it got to a certain point where a lot of things became blurry, and I really, honestly think that's because I just totally got focused on my passion, music. I remember everything when it comes to that. I remember every talent show.
Your first song.
I remember my first song I
What
wrote.
was it called?
Ugh, you don't want to know the name.
I do.
What was it?
I do.
Loving You.
Loving you.
That's it.
Like
Loving
Minnie
you.
Rippleton?
It was something.
Dope. Yeah. Was it about somebody?
It had to be.
No.
Ooh, okay.
No.
No way.
No. And the person who helped me be inspired to write it, Tim Battle, who's a guy that passed, and he was like a mentor to me. He was just like, just go write whatever you want. So I just started writing stuff, and he was like, "What's the title?" And I was like, "I don't have a title." He was like, "Oh, you said Loving You right there. That's the title." I was like, "Okay." And that was the start of that. But yeah, as a kid, I grew up. I was inspired heavily through Michael and Prince and
Trouble though, or did you get in trouble?
no, I wasn't. I was very much so a secluded kid. Like I was in my room a lot.
Not in the streets.
I would go outside. I mean, when I got to about 15, that's when I started traveling to Queens and hanging out with my cousins and, you know,
Getting all type of
getting
fuck
into
shit.
bullshit.
Yeah.
But before then, and then even then, like when I was home, I would just be in the house. I would go to my room, close the door.
Study
you
music.
yourself a lot.
Yeah, I was 100% like.
Because if you back then, if you going in your room and closing the door, you're not on your phone. Like,
Nah, I
you
was
really in there. Like
I was in there
looking at the wall. Like
Playing music, playing
playing
CDs.
music, watching TV,
Yeah.
beat off.
beat off.
I was going to say it, but.
I mean, as a kid, ain't much you can do in your room with the door closed. So no, I was very to myself. And then when I wanted to go out and enjoy life and run the streets, I would go to my cousin's house and enjoy that with them. And then I entered a school in high school called the Choir Academy of Harlem, and they were a world-renowned choir called the Boys Choir of Harlem. And the way I found out about them was I was watching BET one day, and they just came across a screen with their own music video. And I was like, wait, a school with their own music video on BET? I need in on that.
That's dope.
And I went there. Went there for 3.5 years because eventually I dropped out and was like, I ain't doing this school shit no
Dropped
more.
out 10th, 11th grade. What?
10th, 11th, 11th going into 12th. I was like, this shit ain't for me.
So what did you do
So
after
you never graduated?
No. So I didn't graduate. I went home, told my moms. Well, no, what happened is I dropped out of that school and then told my moms I was transferring to another school. And I did go to that. I did transfer. I just never showed up. So, so when she leave to go to work, I would go run the street.
And she thought you were at school.
I was at school
Damn.
until they found out. Until they reached out to her and said, "We've never seen your son
He's
here."
truant as fuck.
Yeah,
What was that moment?
kicked me out.
She kicked you out the house?
Yeah, she kicked me out, and that was the greatest shit she could have.
That sounds about right.
Why is that the greatest?
Why?
It reinforced me to have to say, you know what? If you really want this shit, you got to go get it. Because no one else sees what you see.
Facts.
Your family, nobody. No one else sees it.
That's
Where'd
deep.
you go?
Went to my cousin's house.
In Queens?
Yep. And let me stay. And then eventually he's like, all right.
He was older than you. He had his own spot, or what? He was in with his parents too.
So my cousin that I was really hanging with at the time was a year older than me, but his sister and his older brother, it was their house. And she like, at this point, she's the matriarch of the family now. But at that point, she was like, if you got a problem with my cousin Stephanie and the family, then something wrong with you. She was one of those family members.
Okay.
Man.
She took in everybody when they needed help.
Yeah.
This and that, you know.
Oh.
So at that point, needed help. I stayed there for a little bit, and then eventually my mom says, "Oh, my baby, you can come back." And then I went back for a little bit, and my mom's lost a job,
Damn.
and we was homeless.
Damn.
Oh,
You went
wow.
on the
You
street.
too?
So we were all, me, my little sister, my mom's homeless.
Oh.
She went. Me and my little her and my little sister went to the shelter. Damn, Melissa, if y'all don't want me talking, well, they're gonna watch, whatever. But anyways, they went to the shelter. They did whatever they was doing there, and I was too prideful to be like, I'm not going to no fucking shelter.
Yeah.
Facts.
So I went back to my cousin's house, and from that process, we worked, saved up money.
What were you doing for work?
Slaying.
Okay.
Can't tell.
Got it. Type shit.
Pimping.
So type shit. So went ahead, saved up, and then we moved to Rochester, New York. My older sister was going to college up there, and she ended up staying up there. So we decided, you know what? It's time to be around family, direct family. We're going to go ahead. Rochester was very convenient, cheap place to live. We're going to go get a crib.
I bet a suitcase was your essential part of your life, motherfucker. You was everywhere. Like I'm just listening to you was moving everywhere.
Right. This is gonna sound crazy. It's all gonna fall back to Michael in a weird way. Michael Jackson said a quote, and I know people use it against him in his child little thing. Michael Jackson said before, the most precious thing you can share with someone is your bed, right?
That was crazy.
And when he said that, I know everyone is like, that sounds crazy, right? But I understood that as someone who was homeless.
What did that say to you?
Because I went years without my own bed. That when I found, like, I remember my cousin, my older cousin, and he's a big nigga, like 300 pounds. And there'd be moments where I'm sleeping on the little
the edge
part. He's like, my niggas, come on, man. You want to go ahead to feet, man.
Head to feet.
And as a 16, 17-year-old kid, I went from 16 to almost 19 years old without a bed that I can say, a room that I can say was my own room. So when I hear that quote, while other people make jokes and laugh more, I understand what that means.
That shit.
For like, if you come over to my house and I don't have an extra room, I'm gonna give you my bed as a guest, just because I know you need some comfort and you need that peace. So that's what I dealt with from that point, and then from there on, I was just like, I'll never be in this position again. Like, I will never.
Built a lot of character, though.
It has to, and it makes you appreciate the gift you have, because you realize you're not gonna get this shit easy, and no matter how talented you are, some people just don't give a fuck. So you got to prove yourself in a space.
Now, when you said that, no matter how talented you are, some people don't give a fuck. What do you mean? That sounded like you were speaking to something.
Because around that time, I was working with a lot of managers, and a lot of different people would come in and out of my life, boss.
From music.
And they would play games. Like, I remember 2 specific managers. I don't remember their names, and I wouldn't even say their names if I did. But I remember back then really relying on them to help me get to where I needed to get. And they would come in and out of my life, and they would like give me this false hope that things were about to happen. And in my mind, I'm like, nigga, I'm talented. Like, I'm singing my ass off. I was dancing back then.
Right.
I was doing all that.
Dancing.
I was Chris Browning. I was going crazy.
Pop locking it.
I can't do none of that shit now. But I was like giving it my all. I was sleeping in the studio. I was my last dollar to get on the train. I'm gonna spend it. I'm gonna go a night without eat. Like, I was giving it my all. And motherfuckers were just treated like, all right, well, I'll hit you when I do.
Were you giving the managers money to do stuff for you type?
No.
Okay, you're paying for like studio time.
Yeah. And then sometimes, I knew people that had their spaces, and sometimes some of the managers that have, go and you can work here, this and this and that. But when you're being told, go in the studio, make these songs, we're gonna go to the label and boom, boom. And you do that, and then you never hear from the motherfucker no more.
From the manager?
I've had people come into my life at that point, and they would be like, yo, I'm about to get you a deal. You about to be on. We going to Bad Boy. You want to go to Bad Boy? Where you want to go? You want to go to Def Jam? What label you want to go to?
You might have missed the bullet with Bad Boy. Oh, that's going on with Bad Boy.
I don't know now. But listen, I don't know now, because Bad Boy was still...
We're going to talk about that. No, I know what bullet he talking about.
I know what he talking about with the Diddy shit, but shit, Bad Boy was Bad Boy. We ain't act like Bad Boy wasn't Bad Boy.
They were saying it was Bad Boys over there, though.
Yeah, that's Diddy Bad Boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a respect for Diddy. I don't care what y'all say.
I respect Diddy, too. You know what I'm saying?
But,
Don't shut us down.
that was just crushing to be in that space, homeless. You already feel worthless. You feel like a charity case already, and now you putting yourself out there and people, and you looking for people to really take you seriously, and they just
shooing you.
Is that what Joe Budden came into play? Because I see he has you on a lot of records.
Y'all had a record together.
Yeah,
Y'all had a group, right?
Okay, that might explain it, because I noticed, like, when I was discovering more of his music after Pump It Up, I loved Joe Budden even after Pump It Up. I noticed you was on a lot of records of his. Somebody, it's either this his brother or his homie, but this is some gangster shit to me. That he's always shouting you out. I done seen him in interviews give you mad praise as well.
When I first met Joe, I met him through a manager that we had in common. Salute to her, Crystal Isaacs. Salute to her. And she was just like, "Yo, I wanna put this artist that, because she was working at Def Jam at the time, or she was just finishing working at Def Jam. Joe was over there. She was like, I want to put somebody at a song called All I Can Do.
How old are you right now?
40.
No, not. I mean.
I'm about to say.
That's a good. I'm glad he answered because I was gonna ask that. Though.
Probably like mid to closer to late 20s.
Okay.
Like 26, 27.
Got it. Okay.
And that's another thing. My solo career, let's get back to that. My solo career started very late. I never saw myself being a solo artist. Because when I was in the Boy Squad of Harlem, I was always taught the group shit. And then while we were in that group, we also created a side group out of it. And I was a singer in that. But I liked the
camaraderie.
I loved it. So when the group didn't work out, I was left to just do my own thing, and I just didn't know how to do that. So I was just like, you know what? I'll see what happened. And then when I met her and a guy by the name of Kurt, they were like, yo, let's go get Joe on this song so we can get some radio play, stuff like that.
Joe's popping at the time? Is he?
Joe,
is
this
he,
wasn't Pump It Up.
This ain't Pump It Up.
This wasn't Pump It Up. This is after.
After.
This is after. This was like 2007, 2008.
So he's known though.
He's known, yeah, he's for sure. He's killing the mixtape shit, going crazy. But
that was around the time
Moon Music 3.
Up in the Club and with Marcus.
No,
that was afterwards.
It's after. This is like
okay.
It's like Moon Music 3
Okay.
time period. So whatever time
The Moon Music started after like his industry thing, right?
It was-
when
no.
he started dropping like mixtapes.
Moon Music 3 is my favorite one.
Yeah, but around that time we started working together, and he got on the record that I had, and I think
Which
eventually a song called All I Can Do,
All I can do.
and that was the very first
think I
song
had
we
that
had
on my
together.
list.
At that point, I was like, yo, come through. Let's see if he can work on some of these joints, these hooks, because he had a lot of great ideas. He's an R&B head, so it was kind of like some of the ideas he might have wanted to filter out. He needed a voice to do that with. And once I got there, he saw, oh, he can write too, and he can arrange. All right, great. And then we built up a rapport, a working rapport. I don't think we started really being like homies until probably like 2010, 11, to where it was like, yo, nigga, come hang out and come to the crib. And then,
Right.
So, and I love that because I think that's the measure of a lot of friendships. You got to take time to build up that rapport and that estate with somebody.
Right.
So
Sometimes it just needs to be business.
yeah. But when he was putting me on all these records at that time, I didn't really understand what was happening. And I think I tried to do my part as far as just like being that guest feature, but I didn't understand, like, nigga, you're giving me a platform.
You don't understand why? Like, is there an ulterior motive? Or?
No. I didn't understand how to take advantage of that.
Oh.
He would always say, nigga, you on my shit, nigga. You're supposed to go do
Yeah.
other shit.
Right.
And I would try to do that, but I didn't really have things in place or the management in place or the know-it-all. I was also very inconsistent. So I didn't know how to build upon it.
That's real. I love that because you're taking accountability. And I
Yeah.
love it when a man or a woman takes accountability on their own. So with you saying that you were being inconsistent, how? Like not coming to the studio? Like
Oh, no, I was always in the studio. I was the guy that I would put out a project and I would wait another year to put out another one. Or I was putting out a project and I wouldn't put out videos. Or I would put out.
Why?
It was like you half-assed stuff.
I half-assed.
Yeah.
Lazy?
Not lazy. I just didn't know, and I also didn't have the funding to support that.
The funding.
So when you don't have the funding and you also don't know how to create the funding, you just feel like I did my part. I did the music. I put it out there. People were gonna hear it, and people were hearing it and they were receiving it.
Right.
I just wasn't doing the next steps to keep it going.
I always waited till his projects came out and seeing you on, like, you know, you flip it over and see, oh yeah, that's gonna be the song right there. He gonna push this one.
Yeah. You see his
You know what I'm
name.
saying? Yeah, you
And
see
then-
his name, he gonna push
That's
this
crazy because I also do believe that I got comfortable in that rollout.
one. Right.
Well, Joe got a project coming out, so all I'm gonna do is just go ahead and put a project out once
Right.
this shit drop. But Joe already built up a fan base to where he can afford to do that, and he also had Love and Hip Hop. He had other
Right.
things going to where
Right.
even if he wasn't putting out music, his name was still there. Me, it was like, all right, nigga, you did your shit. Now you got your shit. What else you doing?
Right.
And I didn't understand that. So, and in no way do I think a lack of people knowing who I am or even being able to recognize who I am, because there's a lot of people who do know my music, but if I walked in the street, wouldn't know
know
what the
who
fuck
you
I
are.
look like. Yeah, because I didn't
You didn't put your face out there.
That's how
I
that's
definitely
how it
didn't know
was.
what you looked like.
I
didn't know
I'm
what
a
he
fan
looked like.
supporter of your
that
voice
makes
and
sense.
sound, but when he told me, I instantly knew who you was. You talking about with Joe Budden?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's why I think I was so
Ecstatic.
big-eyed. I'm
Yeah.
like, when you was on the podcast, and he said your name, because you were
people-
there, and I don't think he really was saying it like that. But one time he said it like 3 times. Y'all were like going back and forth. He's like, Emanny, so you telling me? I was like,
No, I get that a lot. I've had a lot of people now recently like, yo, my nigga, it's great to finally put a face with the name. I'm like, that's great. But that's whack. That I put out 7 projects. I've had decade of a career, and there's still some people that can't pinpoint the face. That's me. That's my fault. Like I
He's
gotta
been
own
giving
that.
you props since
100%.
What's the show he used to be on with academics?
Everyday struggle.
Everyday Struggle.
Yeah.
He used to give you mad props.
Listen,
then.
that nigga. I'll say this: if there's ever a day where we're not working together in whatever form, we're not cool, we not nothing, whatever, I would never be able to take away the things that he's done for me in just a career.
Right.
Never. Like, I'm gonna, no matter what level of success, financial success, he's gonna always to me be considered, I don't like putting OG, but he's gonna always be that for me because he's helped me so much in times where he didn't have to.
yeah.
And I don't expect him to. Like, he 100% is supposed to do everything that's great for him, and if it could coincide with me, then cool. But if it don't, then that's just the business.
Right.
And I gotta respect that. So the fact that, over almost, 15 years we going into, and he still is giving me the platform to get the world and his outlet.
So you
Know who
still
I am?
have a love for music?
Yeah, I love music. I don't have a passion for being an artist like I once did.
I want to create no more.
I do create still. I'm definitely about to put out some music now that I'm on the podcast, because what better time to go ahead and sell some
better
shit.
time.
Oh,
That's good.
But
You see what R&B lacking? Like, you can feel that voice.
that's true too.
Saying.
But
they really
the
like
passion
it.
is different. Passion is different. I no longer yearn for my name. That I don't yearn for the having to see a crowd of people screaming your name in that way. I don't.
You don't want that?
Don't get me wrong.
Past that.
No, I would 100% love it, appreciate it,
Don't
but
yearn for
I'm not chasing that.
Right.
I'm not chasing that.
Did the industry kind of like change your mind to make you think the way you think now because how the industry is going nowadays? Like I said, it's a lack of R&B out here. And the R&B that we do have, we have like a handful of names. Of course, the Scissors. We got Victoria Monet. That's
Yes,
her
I
name?
love her too.
I love her. You got Brent Freyes.
Brent Freyes, yeah, he's
I
dope.
like. He don't like to be called Six Lack, but I like Six Lack. Call him Black.
Oh, I was like, who are you
Like
talking
a
about?
dope.
Right.
Yeah. I call him Six Lack. I
was like,
knew
who the
him
hell is
before the
that?
fame.
Oh, Lucky Day. Sorry. I gotta say Lucky Day. I gotta say, that was someone that I had
Lucky
to say.
Day is
Lucky Day
fire.
is my favorite, outside
Day
of
is
Usher.
fire.
Fred, you don't
He's
listen to
my
R&B
favorite
like
male
that.
artist currently.
Yeah, he loves
Oh,
R&B.
nah, he told me some shit in the
Yeah.
car. I know what he listens to.
to.
I know what he listens to.
No, he know he do. He's like,
What you say?
I said, if somebody were to find my playlist
yeah.
and there were 5 people in front of them, like, who playlist is this? They would never pick me. Because you might hear Hell Rail.
Yeah.
You might hear Joe Budden. You might hear 50 Cent. You might hear
Said Drew Hill.
Drew Hill.
Uh-huh.
You might hear John Mayer.
Yeah.
When I said John Mayer, he said, oh, you fuck white bitches.
What?
John Mayer.
He ain't say Aventura, because he said Aventura. I'm like, oh, you fuck with some Dominicans. I know what you
Yeah.
No. Yeah, nah. I the music business, I don't think is what stared me down there. I think it's just me growing up as a man. I had a lot of the shit that was driving me to be an artist was a bunch of bullshit. The money, trying to collect the new body count, just stupid, immature
Trying
shit.
to connect. So trying to see how many girls you can
Yeah,
put on your
stupid,
belt.
Yeah, stupid, immature shit. And don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the pleasures of a beautiful woman, but the passion and the intentions is different in comparison.
Chasing that is different.
Not chasing that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it with malintention. I'm not doing that just so I can brag to a homie.
You're
That's not-
maturing.
Yeah.
You're maturing.
Yeah.
Because you're at that age, you know.
Well, nah, shit. I was still 30. I was.
Clapping shit.
Yeah, I wasn't that young. I was just immature, and you know where we come from.
It's not age, it's the mindset.
Yeah, where we come from, that train of thinking is almost passed down from generation to generation to where you try to normalize it, no matter how old you are. You're still
Sure.
50, 60-year-old niggas running around here.
My dad's one of them. We know.
Salute to him.
Oh, word?
He's like 60 something, still chasing pussy. I'm like, sit down somewhere,
crazy.
please.
Man, still trying to.
Hey,
He's one of those like wherever he lays his hat is
Yeah, he lays his head.
Oh,
get it together.
I wanted to ask you because a lot of like when you was working with Joe, a lot of that music, he was really talking to a lot of people who were like going through depression and stuff like that. So I imagine he was going through depression when making some of this music, and you were right there with him. Did you get to see like this guy going through all this depression, still in the studio making music? Was it? Did he? No, it wasn't like that.
No, because I won't say he was masking, but he 100% was in there for like we working and we joked a lot. Like the very first time we had some great fucking times in them studio sessions. Making Move Music 3, funny as fuck. Push Up on Demands, Truth or Dare shit.
That is crazy.
Going
When
to
you hear that,
bowl.
when you hear Move Music 3, and I mean, it just feels
That's
like
the best one because
Yeah,
he
somebody
made
going through something.
when he made music I think it's 3.5 before he went to 4. You know what I'm saying? I caught on because.
Yeah, it was.
Like I said, bro, he made some magic, bro.
It was a
he
real.
was getting me through a lot.
It was a family feel, even though I don't think we all considered each other. There were people in there 100% that were family, but I didn't feel like anybody in there was family at that point. But I did feel like these are some dope people that I'm able to, you know, when I'm going through my own stresses, I can go let off all that steam somewhere else and then come in here and work and do some real shit. And I'm gonna be honest, working with him and working with Kiss, their subject matter made me a better writer because there were subjects and topics that Joe was talking about on songs that I would have never thought I would have been talking about or writing about or trying to find. How do I make a hook about?
You gave Kiss a hell of a hook, man. Oh my God,
Which
bro.
one?
That was I got it on my playlist, brother. Trust me, it was phenomenal, man.
Why he find that? Like what?
Kisses to the sky, man.
Oh, Kisses to the Sky.
Oh my God, bro.
I made that record. Me and my boy Blame Ronnie, we made that record in 2016 when I first moved to LA.
Wow.
And I made it for Kiss and Fab's album.
Okay.
That's why
Oh,
I
the
say
Jason versus Freddie. Yeah.
A Fabulous Life You Can Live. I was
Yeah.
trying to tie both of these names into the hook. And I sent it to a guy at the time who was Kiss's partner, Ice Pick J. Rest in peace to Ice Pick J. And I didn't know at the time that he was sick of going through what I was going through. So it never got to Kiss at that moment. Years later, Kiss's engineer hits me like, yo, we doing the Kiss album. I need you on a joint. Set me a beat. I did the hook for the beat. And I said, yo, you know what? Let me send this also with it just in case they want some other options.
Right.
And they didn't even use the other joint. He's like, yo, we going with this. And it was funny. We was in the studio. Me and my boy Ronnie was talking like, yo, you know, it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy if they put Ross on that.
Ray Ross.
It was like, yeah, that'd be fire because the beat 100% got that Ross feel. Sure enough,
Because Super High had like that gives me the Super High feel.
exactly. So when they called back and homie Steve-O, who was A&Ring at the time, the album, was like, yo, we putting Ross in it. It was like, nigga, this, you couldn't have tell me no better. Cool. Now in my mind, I'm like, great, we got a placement on Kiss joint, cool. Cool little check, cool little look. I needed it at the time. My homeboy needed it at the time. When they call like, yo, we making it a single, and we need you to come out to do the video. Nigga, what?
I'm there.
Yeah, I
I'm
put
there.
on my best R&B shirt. But it was dope. It was dope.
Yeah, man.
Who was the hardest person to work with for you? most, if you're able to say that.
I don't have nobody that I could
Hard to
say.
work with.
I don't have nobody I
Who
could
was
say.
the easiest?
At a certain point, you know what? I'm gonna say Joe for both reasons, right? In the beginning, it was hard because of, like I said, the subject matter he wanted to talk about was things that I wasn't really showcasing and sharing.
Like relationships and
No, like the mental health stuff,
right,
and things like that. I wasn't really putting that in music. I was just talking about bedroom shit.
right.
So to have to go from that to that was like hard in the beginning, and then we got to a certain point where it was like, oh, I already know what we on today, nigga. Like, so he would be the person that challenged me the most, and then once we got into the flow, it was like,
Right.
we rocking.
That's fire.
We know you do pod, and we know you did music. Is there anything else you're working on right now?
I want to focus. I'll be honest with you. I'm enjoying this podcast and shit. Like, really am.
That's dope.
Yeah, you built for it too.
I love this shit.
Yeah, because your cuts in to the pod be funny as shit. Yo, you, Ice, and all y'all be going
Yeah,
at it.
I love it. I love it, and I love the fact that I'm able to do it with the people I'm doing it with. And I want to focus and getting better at that because I do see this as a long-term thing. I want to be able to sit at anybody's podcast and fit right into the situation and talk about any topics, whether it be politics. And, you know, I started watching wrestling again just so I can know shit about wrestling just in case. And the women on there starting to
Look better, right? I thought I was tripping.
No.
They showing a little bit more cheeks and everything. Like,
Yeah, the women in wrestling look way better than back. Yeah.
Yeah.
way better. Like,
Yeah.
but they starting to sign like models, actual models to wrestle now.
right.
Like Jade Cargill was a model.
Is it real wrestling though? Because you know they have like the
You don't
fake
do
wrestling.
that. You can't say real.
Ric Flair come in here and drop kick you.
My bad.
No. I think what they're doing is they're taking women who were already in sports realms, whether it be baseball, volleyball, or something.
Karate,
already
I
have
seen
that
it, yeah.
athletic sense and build. So they're taking them to developmental, building them up. Because at the end of the day, we do want to see some.
Yeah, because they cameraman be knowing the angles. I'm like, come on, man.
And you gotta respect it because there was a point in time where, as a young guy, I was watching wrestling, and the minute that the girl match came on, I was turning that shit off. Now,
Garbage.
now you looking because they look good, but then they performing, they doing their shit. So
Some of the
yeah,
girls
but I want to
are
be
real.
well rounded, so I want to focus on being the best person in media I can possibly be.
That's dope.
Well, shit, give me all your songs. I'll sing them.
Shut up.
Yeah, I want to. I'm gonna make it a positive question because you got to go back to work.
You can ask me whatever you want.
Okay, I want you to give me
about to say,
I want you to give me a
like,
pro and
He's on
con.
our
Is
podcast.
this a segue to Fredway?
Nah, nothing like that.
Don't try to act political now.
It ain't that.
Get some
It's
real
coming, Paul.
questions.
It's coming, Paul.
Yeah.
So I want you to give me a pro and con on working with each person that I name from the podcast. Flip.
The pro is his energy is so magnetic that when he's in a room, I feed off of it.
Nice.
I love having him in the room because even in the moment where, like, if I'm off or I'm down, it ain't.
He'll call it out too. Money, you off? Don't touch me.
Yeah. His energy, I love his energy.
Yeah.
Con.
I think he said it. Excuse me. He said it. Probably just not the most researched. And the reason why I say it's a con because Flip is smart as fuck. And really holds conversation well.
Yeah, he does.
So if he go fuck around, if he decide to go ahead and get researched on shit that he don't give a fuck about,
Right.
just for the sake of, I'm gonna just do it just to show y'all niggas.
Dangerous.
He's already
Conversation
dangerous.
unmatched.
I seen
Right.
him
He's gonna be a
skin them
problem
motherfuckers.
if he decide to do that.
He ain't played no
So
games.
that would be,
Ian.
Ian. The pro Ian is, I just love him as a person. His heart, like, You know what I'm saying? His heart
Seems like a genuine person.
he
Cool as
I
shit.
think he genuinely cares about all of us. I don't even think I know that. I can say I know that. He cares about all of us, and he is doing this 100% from wanting to see everybody involved grow.
Con.
Con. It's good when you can't really think of the cons.
Yeah. When you go back, they're gonna be like, "I was perfect."
A con. A con. I'll be honest with you. I can't think of a con right now.
Okay. Male.
She makes me want to be more in touch with a broader look at life. I don't like, because I have very misogynistic ways of thinking. I think most of us do up there. And she has a thing of when you sit around her, you want to expand your mind a little bit further than what you think you already know.
That's dope.
It is.
I love that.
It is dope.
Sound like Coco.
Ice.
Oh, she got a con though. You ain't asked me the con.
Yeah, you
Oh,
sure
yeah, my bad.
didn't.
The con.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the con.
The con. The con.
He had one for her. He said, wait a minute.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get people. Mel, but I think she's starting to do it more now, so I can't even say that. I think the con that I had probably before was her reluctance to share certain aspects of her life that she probably thought people would judge or base upon. And not knowing that, I think motherfuckers need to hear that shit just to see the balance of who you are, because she knows so much and she's been through so much just in the industry that sometimes it's okay to share those stories and show how you've grown from it.
Right.
It makes sense though, because
But I understand why she does
women are judged way differently than men.
We
when
ain't
it
gonna
comes to
judge you, Mel.
stories.
I damn sure used to keep her King magazine covers, goddamn. You hear me? We ain't gonna
Wow.
judge.
All right. Ice.
Ice, biggest pro to me. Well, he has two pros for me. Ice to me is just everyone's a great guy, but Ice is just a great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
I rock with Ice.
And the pro is he's 100% who he is. He ain't ashamed to be it. He ain't
I like
afraid
that.
to be it, and he gonna tell you that that's who the fuck he is. The con is
The
Ice.
same thing.
he ain't afraid
I
to
knew
be
that was
it.
coming. The same thing.
Ish.
Ish, intelligent, and in all honesty, I think he's also another person that really does mean well. And he's not someone that's looking to take from or belittle or what. Like, he's really just another good guy, but 100% intelligent and not afraid to display his intelligence when need to, and also not afraid to just live in who he is.
Right.
Con.
Hot head. He'll
I
turn
say
some,
hot head.
he'll turn some shit. He'll turn some shit up. But he'll call you
really
he'll call you out on your bullshit, but it's how he do it.
I think maybe the con might be just being very set in
His ways.
generalities of people in life. Sometimes, just being caught in oh no, I won't even say that, because that's sometimes a talking point that could be used just for the podcast. He can just be dismissive sometimes.
Got it.
You answered them motherfuckers political incorrect, goddamn. I'd be like, yeah, that motherfucker Con. Ask me the question. Pro. Fred, great guy. Con, he get on my goddamn nerves. He called me 20 times a day. You know what I'm saying? I was ready. You know what I'm saying, Fred? I got you.
I like it.
Coco. Ain't no cons, Coco.
This nigga here.
There you go.
Joe.
Joe.
What's pro?
Joe is a master. He's trying to master some shit. He's just trying to do it. Anything he's trying to do, I'm not going to try to just be up here just doing some shit just to do it.
Right.
If I'm going to do it, I'm going to master this motherfucker.
The leader.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Con.
100% leader. Con, he could be an asshole.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta be an asshole to be a
That's
leader.
what make us love Joe, though, right?
But I understand the asshole. And to be very honest, I have not really experienced the asshole side of Joe. I don't really have that level of whatever, but I can recognize the moments where people can.
He got some iconic asshole moments.
Yeah,
the
for sure.
Migos moment is
For sure.
hilarious. I would have did the same fucking thing though. Like when he got up and dropped the fucking mic, that's how I am sometimes. Fred got on me about that, but you know that's just how he is.
Yeah, that I think.
As you know, I'm skinny Fred today. 'Cause I told him.
Thank you.
Today is my day.
I can't let you slide without yourself. Self accountability. I'm big on
Pros
that. So,
and
what's your
cons.
pros and what's your cons in podcasting? On
Pro, I think I have the ability to be objective in this shit. So in moments, even while I might not feel something, I'm able to look outside of myself and maybe speak to someone else's point and
That's dope.
give some
That's a
support.
good attribute.
Yeah, self accountability.
Con, I think I have moments where I struggle with talking over people, and I have moments where I struggle with needing to voice my opinion more than hearing someone else's. That's something I'm working on. Like sometimes when the thought comes to my head, I feel
Just
like
blurt
I
it
gotta
out.
get it out because I'm gonna forget it. Or so just knowing when to shut the fuck up.
you too. Yeah.
All the time, every part.
I'm glad you know yourself.
That's why they love me. That's why they love me.
All right, so we're gonna segue to Fredway. Emanny ever had an STD?
Oh wow! Jesus Christ!
That's
Fred,
good. This is
what
what I like.
the hell?
Let me get some more of this drink. Let's do it.
This is
Mine.
when it really starts, okay? Like,
Can I tell a story about when I got
Let's
STD?
go. Yeah.
Oh shit!
17
it out, Paul.
17 years old. It's my last year being in high school. I was fucking with it. I'm gonna say her name too, because I hope somebody find your dirty ass.
Damn.
No, let me say. It was this girl named Mercedes, right?
Yo, how your name Mercedes and you giving
there's a
up?
lot of
It
Mercedes.
was this girl named Mercedes. She lived in Harlem at the time, and in my high school, they had a GED program in the basement, and my biology class was also in the basement. So I would go down there, and in the midst of going to my biology class, you would get a chance to see the GED girls. And Mercedes was finer than a motherfucker.
Describe Mercedes? How she look?
Fat ass,
How
pretty,
how tall?
long hair, light skin, short,
Light skin, short.
nice. You know, she a little plump front, all that. And I should have, cause she was young and she had a kid, right? Back then I had long hair.
Oh, word?
So my
Yeah,
way-
braids?
I had braids.
Okay.
So at the time, my way of trying to
A
get
red nigga with braids.
red nigga with braids. So at the time, I'm trying to figure out how can I go ahead and pull some sun. So I just like, you know how to braid hair? She's like, yeah, I know how to braid hair. Yo, can you braid my hair? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we had a staircase in our school called the Yellow Staircase. That's where we would go to do bullshit. And if we wanted to cut class and all your other extracurricular. So one time we go, we go to that Yellow Staircase. She braided my hair.
On the staircase.
Cool. On the staircase.
Okay.
That led to us linking. She came to my house one time to braid my hair again. And I hit, right? I hit.
Raw.
Puerto Rican. That's what we do.
Oh my God.
Condom.
Oh, shit.
He said, was that a question?
What you talking about? No. So I don't promote that either. No. Condom, please.
He lying like a
Back in the
mother.
day. He was back in the day.
He lying.
Back in the day.
So you in that bear.
So go ahead, go on there. Monday Night Raw. and a couple of days go by.
Oh, Lord.
Itchy and scratchy show.
No itchy scratchy. No itchy scratchy.
Yeah.
I just go use the bathroom and
That bitch on fire.
felt like motherfucking
Thinking about somebody who let it,
yeah. Felt like yeah.
let it burn.
Oh man. So
Oh my gosh.
I go ahead, I call her, I flip out on her, and
Now, was you smashing multiple people at this time?
no, just smashing her.
It was her, so you knew it was
Yeah,
her.
just smashing her. Just smashing her. So I go ahead. Now the funny thing is, I didn't know how to go about telling my mom and I need to go to the doctor.
All right.
So it just got too unbearable. Like, I gotta go do something.
Oh, you was dealing with the burn for a while.
For a couple of days, like
Couple of days,
I was trying to beat this shit. I thought it was just gonna phase away. I didn't know what the fuck I had. I never had no shit before. So I go to my
He's trying
mom.
to hold his
And
feet
mom,
and everything.
I gotta go to. Can I go to emergency room?
Emergency
wrong?
room.
I don't feel good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what you
What's
on?
wrong?
So I used to grow up with a lot of sore throats and strep throat and all that.
Yeah.
And my throat was sore and all that.
Just get me to the emergency room.
So we get there, we sitting there the whole time. She sitting with me. We get into the room. Finally get to the room. Doc's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like,
Burning.
my mom was so embarrassed. So embarrassed.
You say, yeah, this
My mom said, the doctor left. You did what? That's what you got? Yeah, Mom. You did that in my house, Mom? Yeah, Mom. Cool.
Damn.
But she didn't flip out like I thought. I went ahead, got my little penicillin shot, sent my ass home, and thankfully, since then, I've never had anything. I've been...
Did you deal with Mercedes again?
No, hell no. I never saw her again. Never saw her again, never touched... No, ew.
Did you let niggas know, like, yo, Mercedes burning?
I told the niggas, because I was in the R&B group, I told them niggas, yeah, huh? GD girl?
GD girl.
Fuck out of here. She's dirty.
Motherfucker.
She's on fire.
And let's be very clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 niggas in this room. At least 4 of us.
Clap Mercedes.
5. No.
Oh.
Done had something.
Oh, yeah, fast.
The stats
Oh, they
tell you
already
what else.
admitted everything.
Okay, cool.
I was just finna say that. I don't think it's a nigga that hasn't been burnt. Like, especially when you deal with an experienced girl.
Well,
Said not me.
Cut it out.
said no.
Jay, you ain't been burnt.
Cut it out.
No, Ish also said he's never been, so.
I don't know.
Ain't never been burnt, all the girls he do?
Well, he's a condom nigga. He promotes.
A lot of people don't use those
you
no more.
typically don't like
Sort of
condoms.
similar like his.
You typically don't like condoms.
¿Qué?
Yeah.
¿Qué? No habla inglés.
No, understand, papi. Me no know. Me no speaky. Me no speaky.
God, bro.
Yo, Fred, what type of segue that is?
Yeah.
How you feel about, what you mean what type of segue it is? How does Emanny feel about
Oh, God.
women having to pay on dates? Should a women have to pay for anything on a date? Or should the man automatically
great
feel like
question.
they should take?
Well, as
Look
a
at her, it's a
well,
great
well,
question. Look at the gum got more
Great.
flavor and everything.
This is how Tyler shine.
well, as a former brokey, and as a nigga who's 100% been in positions where I had somebody holding shit down, I can appreciate a woman who does that. I do think, you don't want that to be the norm. That's just, as a man, that's just, even in the moments where I was in a situation where a woman was doing that, I didn't like how that made me feel as a man. Like, I want to be the man paying the shit.
You want to pay.
Yeah,
Right.
so, but it's nice every once in a while,
Sure.
Yeah, women take you out, buy you a drink, like a drink. Buying it just, oh, word, you buying me a drink? That's amazing.
So if a woman offered to buy you something, you're not the guy who's like, no, what? I got this. You'll let her do it.
I would much rather her just do it. Because if you offer, I'm like, no. And I'm going to try to stop you. But
When they offer, do they really want, they kind of don't really want to do it if they offer, right?
That's
Like,
No,
not
no,
true.
no.
Let me
That's
pay
not
for
true.
this.
Nah.
That's not true.
Some women
not
they have like how can I say it? They kind of, I don't want to say masculine, but they show their way too. Like, they're not afraid to say, I'm gonna take the lead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pursue what I want to pursue, and there's no judgment. We in today's society where it's 50-50. You got some girls that'll send drinks your way. Hey, that's on me. You handle that.
And there's women, and the women of today, let's be very clear, they're working just as hard, just as independent. They get into the money just as much as the men. So there's women that don't feel like they need to have a nigga
That's
pay
out
for
there.
them.
There.
And
Facts.
if they on a bullshit, they kind of want to show you I'm on my bullshit. So here, let me pick that up real quick, little nigga. Go sit your ass down there.
Right.
Yeah.
So listen, if you out with your girl, you see your ex, should you speak or should you ignore him?
I got a perfect answer for this. So in New York, there's a strip club called Starlets.
Oh, I heard about the Joby. Yeah.
So a while ago, someone I was with some years ago, we were visiting New York, and we ended up going to Starlets. And one of the bartenders there is an ex, and she know that that's my ex. And we walked. We didn't know that she was working at night.
Okay, but
we saw her.
the girl you with know that this girl is your
she
ex.
knew. So we walk in, we see her, and at first I was expecting her to like flip out or something like that.
Why? Because you brought me here knowing she was here. Okay.
But I didn't know. I didn't know that she was there. But we in there cool, and she did some of the flyest shit I ever saw. And at that moment, I was like, yo, You 100% know how to. She went, gave me her card. Babe, go take some money out. Huh? You taking money out for? We good. Actually, I was in New York only to shoot the Ross and Kiss video.
Right.
And I was like, come with me, because I want you to see what's going on. We go to strip club, go grab some money. She says hello to the girl, and then starts doing this, throwing the money on her. I'm not beat. He with me, you behind
She
here.
doing it not on no petty shit.
No. Because I think, because there was other people around us, and other people knew that was my ex.
Right.
So they were all looking to see, what's about to happen. And
right.
I think she knew that.
That's fine.
So instead of showing me up or having me look a certain way to them, or having them even look, because I'm pretty sure she didn't want to be there. But instead of her going ahead and feeding into that, she said, you know what, let me fight against that energy. Let me dead all this shit. She did that, and there wasn't a lot of singles, like 300 singles, whatever. Here you go.
Nigga, 300 singles is a lot.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? I just want to let you know.
we threw this shit.
He said, well,
We threw this shit. We didn't throw anything else. We ordered our drinks, chilled, and at the end of the night, we went, and it was like, I looked at her so different, like, oh, like, I know no matter what, even if you have an issue with something, you're not gonna let it trickle down to out here and then try to embarrass me or something.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
you ever been a side nigga?
Been a what?
Side.
A nigga on the
Piece.
side, like.
Oh yeah.
And
Like
you-
mashed
you
potatoes.
Held it.
I've been gravy, mashed potatoes. I've been collard greens, carrots, the little small
Mac and
carrots.
cheese,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you the side dude,
You just stay
is
quiet.
you giving her advice to stay with, or you decide to you just clap,
Hell yeah.
do what you got to do.
Please
So,
stay
so
with
you
that
in here,
nigga.
you in here like, man, he a good dude.
Yeah, don't,
good dude.
First off, don't like me too much.
yeah.
I'm not here for you to like me.
He a side piece for a reason.
Yeah, like I'm just here to
Enjoys that
compliment the entree. Do me a favor, keep that going. In fact, that nigga great. In fact, guess what? If you ever need me to speak to this nigga,
I got
Yo,
you.
you go that hard.
I got you, my nigga.
You don't go that hard.
You vouch for
Hold
her
on, wait.
and everything.
You the side dude.
I
and
can't.
All right, how fire is she?
She a 9.
I pretend to be the gay friend. Yes.
Yes.
What?
Nah.
She like that? A 9? You know how hard it is to find a 9?
Have you ever been in this situation? Have you ever spoke to the
No.
the main dude?
No, I've never.
He's
done
just saying he would if he
Yeah,
needed
okay.
to.
No, I've never done that.
You never. But
And I wouldn't do that today, but I've never done that before.
you wouldn't do it today.
No. I
You
would
be
never.
a side today.
No, I would never be a side nigga today.
Okay.
No.
But he's experienced it.
Why?
Because he's mature, Fred. He said this already.
He's doing an interview.
No.
Want to see what he said?
No, I'll be honest, and it's not because I physically wouldn't want to do it. Don't get me wrong. I physically, I 100% could still be
Do
a
that.
side dude, big dog. You know what I'm saying? But mentally, and there's moments mentally where I want to do it, where I want to lapse. You,
Like a
I
drug.
don't want.
I think I still got
Want
it.
to relapse?
I don't want to serious it out, but I'm gonna try to still make it funny. But there's outside of the ego shit, there is an addictive part of doing the shit that niggas do in that sense, and it's
Explain
hard to
that.
let go of. Sometimes, just fucking multiple people or just living that type of life becomes an addiction. Where you just doing it, it just feels so natural. Yo, I'm in a new city. Oh, I got fuck somebody in the city. We in Albuquerque. I ain't never fucking bitch in Albuquerque. I got
Oh, Lord.
a nasty, weird thing, and I'm somebody that I know I've had those thoughts. I know I still struggle with that level of, because I like attention. I like feeling wanted, and I do like to entertain women. Don't get me wrong. Fuck with you, Fred. But if this was a panel of just women, nigga, I'll be having a ball up here.
Yeah, entertain.
Because I just feed off of that energy. Because I've always been the guy that wants to entertain women.
That's.
So as you get older,
I understand.
Like,
you get older, you gotta come to grips with that and know, that's something that you can turn off. But if you have a problem with turning it off, you gotta then not put yourself in situations to feed into it. what I'm saying? It's like an alcoholic. You know, you trying to not
Definitely.
go ahead and drink, then stay your ass away from the bar.
Right.
That's it.
I got a couple of questions to ask you, man, and this is my segment of this or that.
Let's do it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? This or that. Better R&B album, Usher Confessions or R. Kelly TP2?
Oh shit! Why'd you do that?
I'm out the gate with it. I'm out the gate with it. I'm out the gate with it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I think. Oh shit! Damn.
It makes you ponder. It makes you ponder.
I was about to say Confessions once you said Confessions.
Right.
TP2 to me is
Let's go.
no. I'm going with Confessions, and this is why.
Wow.
I'll tell you why. I would go with TP2, but there's a song towards the end of that track list that I hate.
Which one?
Okay.
If we pull up the track list, I can tell you.
Nah,
It's one of them
there's
fake.
no skippables
It's one of them
on
fake gospel songs that he got on there.
TP2?
Yeah, towards the end.
It's my fake gospel. Nah, TP2 ain't got no skippables, bro.
Yeah.
Confessions got a skip on there.
Pull up TP2, and I'm
gonna name them out.
just go to the end.
Or just go to the end.
I'll tell you
The
right
storm is over now.
now. The storm is over now.
Fire.
I don't want to hear that shit.
I get where you
Song
coming
is
from.
fire.
I get where you coming from with that.
Confessions. I want to hear
There's some
every
skippables
song
on Confessions, yo.
What song?
Watch this.
I don't know that.
Watch this.
What song?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's
I'm
a
not
classic.
skipping that.
Throwback, fire. Confessions, fire. Confessions Part 2, fire. Burn, caught up. Superstar.
Yeah.
Truth hurts. I'll skip that.
What?
I can skip Truth hurts.
You can see what True Hurts?
Not me.
Simple things, fire. Bad girl, fire. That's what it's made for. Super fire. Can you handle it? Super deep.
Bro, these are the two ones right here, bro.
Red
Those
light.
are my two favorite R&B albums.
I can skip Truth hurts.
Okay.
Okay, so what you picking Confessions?
Yeah, I gotta pick Confessions. And I'm Usher's.
It's one of those guys.
I'ma always defend Usher. I don't give a fuck what he did.
They say his last album was his wackest album.
It is.
What's the better R&B group? Jagged Edge, Drew Hill, Jodeci, or Boyz II Men?
All right, so
Boyz II Men.
Yeah, like,
Boyz II Men.
oh shit.
Mike.
I'm picking out a Boyz II Men or Drew Hill. I'm
I,
trying to decide which one I want.
me personally, I'm going Drew Hill. Drew Hill. Drew Hill gave me a time in my life that I wish I can go back every day.
All right, so I should be picking Boyz II Men.
Okay,
I should be,
it's cool.
but personally, I'm going with Drew Hill.
Okay.
Drew Hill.
That's what okay.
And them niggas, Drew Hill's the only group that added like 7,000 other members and still sound amazing.
Right.
Right.
Them niggas added 3 extra niggas and sound better.
All right, so listen, we got 90s R&B or 2000s R&B.
90s.
90s.
That was easy.
I thought, I had a debate online about this, and I was like, well, how can you debate the 90s?
Not debatable.
90s all day.
I had some.
They had
2000
some.
though.
but
2000
it's
some
still
shit.
the
Some
90s.
vibe.
Yeah, 2000s was
2000
crazy.
had some vibe.
No, it did.
Think about it. Those two albums that we talked about, those are the 2000s. The Confessions.
That's
and TP2.
2000s, bro.
No, I know, cause Confessions is.
And then they had the
was
whole
still around here.
And the Music Soul Child, India Aries, they had some shit.
No, you right.
We were playing Lucy Pearl.
That's when Trey was wilding.
Yeah.
You right.
Yeah.
But the 90s set the ground for
that.
everything that 2000 was doing. And even if you didn't know the artist, there was still some amazing songs and albums coming out around that time.
I gotta go to.
I get this all the time, and I want to see what y'all think. TGT or LSG?
TGT.
TGT.
Why? Why do all y'all feel like TGT is better than LSG?
I won't say better.
I like that question.
Yeah.
I like that question. I can't answer that fast like that.
Tank to me
Careful.
is one of the best niggas to ever do this R&B
Facts.
shit. On all levels.
Which he's in the 2000 era.
Cool, I know.
You can change your answer.
No.
Sticking with 90s zone.
Sticking with 90s.
You sticking with 90s because it's like more thorough
Yeah.
to say that.
No, because if you would have said hip hop, I would have said 90s too.
Yeah.
If we going off of thorough.
Bodies of Work 2000s is got it.
You
bro.
talking about bodies of work?
'Cause 90s did have a couple like
They did.
some
They-
songs that ring, but Bodies of Work 2000s got it.
2000 has some
You
crack.
skipping mad shit in them 90s albums.
I got Whitney in the 90s. I got Babyface in the 90s. I still got R. Kelly in the 90s.
But R. Kelly in the 2000s though.
When did 12 Play come out?
12 Play came out in the 90s.
Cool.
With TP2.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. But I still had 12 Play in the 90s.
12 Play over TB2.
I still had Waiting to Excel soundtrack.
Right,
in the
you're right.
90s.
You're right. Listen.
I had so much shit in the 90s.
You had Mary J. You had some crack. All right, so Sade or Anita Baker?
Sade.
Anita Baker.
Anita Baker over Sade?
Sade.
What? I'm not really surprised that he says
That's
that.
what you picked too?
No, I got Sade.
I got Sade.
I got
Fire.
Sade.
You got Sade?
I definitely
sets
got
the
Sade.
mood and tone.
I don't give a fuck.
Man, you can do
Anita
like
I don't give a fuck.
Sade, you can get a massage with Sade, you can clean the house with Sade.
You heard him say he don't give a fuck.
Fuck.
You know what's crazy?
Anita Baker is it to me.
My last one, you already like let me know who it is, which was crazy. But I had Michael Jackson or Prince because I was fighting online, and a lot of people had Prince.
Let me do this. Right? 'Cause we had this debate on the pod, and of course I'm gonna always go with Mike. But I wanna stop. I wanna put some more respect on Prince than what it seems like I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing I did recently with the Usher and Chris Brown conversation. I don't want to be so for somebody that it sounds like I'm against somebody.
Right,
Prince is an inspiration as well.
right.
I look to him for something different.
Mm-hmm.
I almost don't even like comparing them to no more.
Right.
What Michael did in the music business as an artist is something totally different from what Prince was doing. And I don't think it's fair to compare either one
I
of them.
think they was the first Usher and Chris Brown.
I don't think
Like you
no.
think about it, Prince, because Prince played every instrument. Chris Brown can do every instrument. Like a lot of people don't know how talented he
Yeah,
is.
Chris Brown is
He's hella talented.
come on, man.
Chris is amazing, right?
Is Chris top 2 right now?
Of course.
Chris is number one.
I like
Over Usher?
No. Well, Usher, I don't count Usher because Usher is in his phase of he's a
right now,
he's a
living
legend.
and doing music right now. Is Chris Brown number 1?
in R&B.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
You got it.
because That fucking Robert Tussin. I know you.
you want it?
That's
if
my
you say Usher, you clearly holding on to some shit.
Let me say this. What I deem to be R&B and what I like to listen to, I'm going to go run to listen to Lucky Day right now before I go listen to Chris Brown.
That's fair.
Chris Brown's dancing right now.
And it's not because
He's in the club.
It's not because Chris don't do R&B at a high level. He is the high level. But for what I want to hear and from what I want to get from R&B, I'm listening to Lucky Day. I'm listening to that more than anything for that. Usher to me is a legend, icon. He's done enough and he's been around long enough to sit somewhere where he's no longer needed to be compared to a younger generation. It's not to me. It's not fair. It's almost like
but if you're on the
I
court,
think
you
Chris
gotta
is
play.
kind of like there as well.
that's
though.
not
If
fair.
you're on the court, you gotta
You
play.
know why it's not fair? Because when Bobby Brown was Bobby Brown, Michael Jackson was still doing Dangerous, right? And Bobby Brown was that nigga. Michael wasn't doing the shit that Bobby was doing, right? Now I'm not talking about as a performer. Just musically, Bobby was that nigga. But we would never sit there and compare Bobby
to
Michael in that moment. Now, over a long period of time, of course, we ain't even having that conversation. But to me, Chris Brown, even though he's way past the Bobby and all that, and Chris Brown 100% will go down as a legend, to me, he's still very much so active in the same way a Lucky Day and those guys are active. Usher's not that no more. Usher's in Vegas.
I don't
Usher's
know
Super
because
Bowl.
man, because Lucky Day and them are newer.
his last
So
single
you would bring Chris Brown. You would compare Chris Brown to Lucky Day and them, but not Usher.
I think
the Chris Brown comparison is still with Usher.
I think
Right.
Chris Brown and Lucky Day and the rest of these guys still create and put out music at the same clip. I don't think Usher does that anymore. And I don't even think he does it for the same purpose. Usher, when was the last Usher album?
good,
Man,
man.
it's 4 weeks ago.
No, I'm saying before that. Before that.
But he takes his time.
But because he's done enough and he's afforded that luxury to where if he goes away,
Right.
he's able to
He's
go
chilling.
ahead and go do Vegas,
Right.
go do a Super Bowl and still be relevant.
And I think that's what held back his album put out because you gotta understand he did a Vegas review. The last person to do it like that was Elvis. You know what I'm saying? So like I get what you're saying, well, iconic, but I
But
think
the Michael and Prince shit, I'm gonna always pick Michael over Prince.
Right. Yeah.
That's not even a debate for me no more.
yeah, because I ain't never like Michael Jackson. I cut up a lot of white socks when he wore the cast.
You was running around the house doing
I
that?
got a lot of ass whoopers for that. You know what I'm saying? Cutting up the white socks.
But
What?
see, I gotta. Prince inspired me in so many.
Purple Rain.
Not even that album, because that's not my favorite Prince album.
Which one? Damage the Pearl?
No, Parade.
Okay.
Really?
Parade is my favorite Prince album. And when I want to get in my freaky bag, you know what I'm saying? When I want to create some shit, or even if I'm entertaining some shit, that Prince is coming on.
Yeah.
Speaking of a freaky bag,
Let's go, Coco. Let's go.
this question is for everyone. What is the furthest you've ever drove for some pussy?
Ooh. 13 hours?
13
Hold on, okay, Emanny, right now, hold on now.
13 hours?
Emanny,
Want me to tell you, sir?
13
Of course,
hours.
we want to hear the story.
Straight.
So you from Charlotte? You
got a room.
You from North Carolina?
Yeah.
All right. I drove from New York City to Charlotte.
Oh, damn.
And it's not a 13-hour drive. It's about like 11 and
That's
change.
13.
Yo.
Took me 13. Went.
Clap.
And went home?
No, I ain't going home. Take me a
He
break.
a psycho.
And
If
my
he drove 13,
No.
clap, and went back.
No. And conveniently enough, my mom's was living out there.
Okay.
So-
See, okay.
But no. The
It
trip
still counts.
It was like-
if he
it was
went
like-
for that.
You went for another reason, too.
No.
That's like you come for the podcast and you happen to...
No, there was no two. I literally drove out there
For that.
for that.
And he just happened to have somewhere to lay his head after.
No, I ain't even stay at my mama's.
Oh, damn. What?
I went and saw her right
On
when
the
I was
way
headed
back?
back home.
Damn.
Hey, I just happened to be in town. Mom, what you doing here?
How you just landed in Charlotte, 13 hours away.
Came out here to do
Made
something.
it left.
Yeah, I did that.
Damn.
13 hours, he won.
I did that.
That's far.
The hardest I went was like on a bike, and I remember that took me like an hour one time.
Bike.
Aight.
Motorcycle? You
No,
gotta say no.
a bicycle.
You was not pedaling for an hour, Fred. You are the psycho. Ain't no way you got on a Huffy, no, you ain't a beach cruiser.
I needed it. She was the baddest.
Like,
Needed it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
And I climbed a story.
I did an hour trip.
Wait,
like,
what?
You know what I'm saying?
You was scaling walls too?
Had to scale the wall. This is high
What?
school.
What is going on?
Oh, shit.
Needed that.
No, I thought an hour was always like the max for me. You know what I'm saying?
So you wouldn't go past that. If she was further than that, you
flew
like
down
no.
it more like,
If
yeah.
she was like that, I go past that because one time I had a Pontiac, and I knew once you hit 125 miles, you floating. I was floating and going to get that pussy.
You going to jail?
I didn't care. like she was that good.
Yeah. Go ahead. Don't sit here like you ain't drive nowhere.
3 hours.
3 hours to receive. Wow.
Hold on.
But wait.
Let's rewind.
You drove 3 hours.
I drove 3 hours because they lived 3 hours away, but there would be times where we would meet in the middle.
No. Don't try to put no X's on it.
What?
Drove your ass 3 hours.
Yeah.
My spider senses is tingling though. Is that the same guy you took the keys from?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it.
Okay. We're going to get some backstory.
Yeah. It was the same person.
Okay.
That's crazy. 13 hours is
Yeah, I was
that one.
I was doing stupid shit.
All right. Second question. Have you ever fucked a coworker?
he do music. He do music, so it's like,
Yeah.
And how'd that go for you?
All right, can I just say this, right? Damn, I don't want to say it. Fuck.
no, you already said it. We got your back.
It's okay. It's a safe place here.
Coworker pussy be so fire.
You want? Is it because
Why?
you're not supposed to do it?
Why?
You're not supposed to be there.
Nobody's supposed to be
You
here.
know, I'm telling you.
I ain't gonna count.
There's a thrill, like, damn, it's gonna sound crazy too. As a former cheater,
A
former cheater, the thrill of cheating a lot of the times was knowing that I'm not supposed to do this.
Facts.
Damn. Okay.
No, I had to
Say that all uppercase.
What is
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I want to repeat, former. I don't want to. I'm not saying this like it's a good thing.
Your DM full right now.
Oh yeah. You get skin in the comments. It's
Yeah.
over with.
That for me was the thrill. And I was one of them guys that I would do shit like almost like, nigga, I know I might get caught, but fuck it. I mean,
Yeah, the smirk.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I clapped one of my coworkers in I worked at a gas station in the cooler.
Damn.
Yeah.
You didn't have no frozen frostbite dick?
Nah, I ain't no like, cause she was so fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought she was playing. Like, girl, don't play. I pull his dick out, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So she went and got the condom and shit like that. You feel me? Been ass over. It was a glorious day.
A glorious day.
Yeah, it was a glorious
A
day.
lot of your music talk about that though.
Why you hold on?
Cheating.
You got you got some else.
Yeah, you try to skip.
Yeah, why you try to skip yourself? You tried it.
Oh, he tried to skip. Oh, you did try to
so you
skip.
didn't catch
he
it.
did.
It's
Oh, I
fine, because
peeped
I'm
that.
here.
You slick, nigga. I see what that. I see. You
The
got.
question was,
Everybody
you need
all
to
right?
rephrase? You want me to rephrase the
What you
question?
say?
Oh, you don't remember it? Okay,
That's
don't worry.
free,
Don't
but
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Offer it and not even.
Have you ever fucked a coworker and how'd that go?
Yes.
Okay.
And how it went, it was dope.
He tried.
It was dope.
Coco, I got your friend.
Hey, hold on. See, y'all ain't about to do this to me. I'm gonna ask you motherfuckers some questions too.
Oh, that's fine. I never had that.
Have y'all ever fucked a friend?
Yeah.
Friend?
Yes.
Friend.
You know what's crazy? I fucked a friend, and I'm the godfather of the child.
That's a damn shame.
Hey, Mike, you dirty.
How dirty?
I thought that was bad. I thought I was bad.
Dirty.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
That's-
You know what it is? I want to hang out with you, but I feel like I shouldn't.
Hey, niggas murder niggas like you.
Niggas
will kill you.
Me and the father was at odds and shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
man.
That was. But see, here's the thing, though. Here's a backstory to that. That used to actually be like one of my girlfriends in school. You know what I'm saying? Ain't last too long and shit like that.
That was your girl.
It was, yeah, she was one of my girlfriends. You notice I said one of my girlfriends.
Yeah,
in
one
school.
of.
Okay.
I was a whore. I keep telling Coco this. Long time ago. Long time ago. Long time ago.
Yeah, he's
Long time
changed.
ago. You feel me? But after we got out of school, she came over and shit in this long ass trench coat and shit like
But
that.
naked under.
Yeah, she was like, man, I'm tired of this nigga.
I
and
never
shit
had
like
nobody
that.
do that for me.
What?
Never had nobody show up with
Damn.
nothing.
Y'all heard him.
Yo, she opened up the
Never.
car.
Damn. Get that.
Fuck that friendship shit, goddamn it. You hear
Oh,
me?
so she baited you though.
Yeah, she did, but goddamn it, I took the bait.
You
Of
smashed
course
a
you
friend?
did.
You smashed a friend before?
Oh, no speaky, huh?
You done started this shit.
Actually got some K going.
You
Okay.
smashed a friend? He was supposed to be a friend, and it ended up you just got clapped.
Yeah.
You scratching it, you know when niggas start scratching the back of their head.
No, yeah, I did. It was a long time ago, and what happened was there's a lot of liquor involved. One thing led to another. I woke up. The weird thing was we were actually like genuinely friends for like years prior to that happening. So when it happened on some like drunk shit, neither one of us was seeing anyone, so we kind of just like made it like an exclusive thing. Like, what happened now? Fuck it. Like, we just gonna be like fuck buddies, basically. But I
Y'all
will
kept
say,
going.
oh yeah, it was good. But I will say,
Appreciate you.
for what happened in that relationship, that's one reason I would never cross that boundary again
worth it.
with a really good friend. Only
friendship
because
is over now.
it's not the same after. Like, we couldn't be the same type of friends because it was like, I can't talk to you about men now. I can't do this without you
Shit.
tripping.
I
You're
could.
stalking my house or you're leaving notes on my car,
went
finding
crazy.
me in random places. Like, it was a lot. So
Oh, you put it on them like that?
that wasn't the point.
Some tell me you've smashed multiple female friends. So when a
I used
female
to try to make that a priority in
Oh, Jesus.
friendship.
that was a
It was like
Damn it, man.
a requirement.
Damn it, man.
Eventually, this is a requirement.
I want to hear the sick game that you
Well, all right, so
ran to your female friends
so
to
back-
convince
so-
them
so-
that this is a part of the
Well,
friendship.
so back then, naturally, a lot of the women that I was meeting and becoming friendly was all starting seeing them and being attracted, and then talking, right?
Yeah.
And then naturally realizing that, all right, we ain't gonna date or nothing, but
Right.
we can be cool. But you still look good,
Mm.
and we still got this tension here because you know how we initially met, anyways.
Right.
So we need to just get this tension out the way. Let's just go ahead.
We grown.
We grown.
This how you.
We girl.
I want to hear how you word that.
And I'm telling you.
Okay.
Oh, listen, we got some tension going.
Yeah.
You saying some shit that you know you shouldn't be saying to me as a friend. I'm saying some shit to you that I shouldn't be saying. Them hugs is going a little longer than we need them to go. And I know when you hug, you feel you pressing up and you feeling
Amani so crazy.
feeling the chug.
Yeah.
So you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just get this. Let's just clean
Get
this
out
up.
the way.
Yeah.
Clean this up.
Let's just clean this up.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. I haven't had any bad instances with like maintaining those friendships. And I've also had friendships like that where 100% that's happened. And it's never thought about, never talked about on both sides.
Right.
Ever again. Like, we entered that space.
Got it out the way.
And if we weren't meant to be friends and it was going to get weird, it would have got weird. But we can't avoid the inevitable because I'm definitely not about to sit here and imagine what sex would be like with you for 10 motherfucking years and not actually express that and vice versa. So,
I'll tell you.
Blood. That's the.
and then, listen, most male-female conversations, even when you are friends, you end up talking about some level of sex or sexual engagement, whether you're talking about somebody else and this and this and that. You can't be telling me you over here giving gawks off and I'm
You're not wondering how that is.
giving a gawk 3000 off and you telling me about how you just left a nigga crib and put him to sleep. Put me to sleep.
Put me to sleep. When it's my turn.
NyQuil.
When it's my turn.
Give me my NyQuil. What the fuck you talking about?
Trying to take that melatonin.
Yeah, a little melatonin.
A little melatonin.
Yeah.
Good segue, Coco.
Yeah. That is crazy, bro. You blunt.
We didn't skip you either, Fred. Don't worry about it.
What you mean?
Have you ever fucked a friend? Do I?
Definitely,
That's okay.
definitely. Yeah, definitely have smashed.
That's Fred, of course.
Yeah, I've smashed friends before.
How was the relationship after?
I think all the times that I have done that, it never got weird for me.
Okay.
It never got weird. But I could understand like how it could get weird. Like if you were really close with this person, now y'all have sex, and then the emotions get involved, and this person started to get jealous, or this person like so. I'm fortunate enough to never have had that though.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's my last question. My last one. Did I say that last time?
No, why is it
That's-
last?
I mean, you don't have to be. I got plenty. For
Come
you.
on, go ahead. Shoot them off. Shoot them off.
All right. Does it count as a body if you use protection?
Yes.
I seen that. Did you put that? Yeah.
Can I ask you-
100%.
Wait. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What's protection again?
Okay.
No speak. No.
What is that?
It's a body.
Yeah, it's a body. Why would it not be a body?
100%.
See that? I hate when women do that. I know y'all do that.
What?
Put the tip in so it don't count. No. Everything that you do
First
sexually.
of all, that's not a thing. That's a line, but that's not a thing.
What?
Like, oh, let me just put the tip in. That's a line,
You ever-
but it's not a thing. Meaning,
I done used that before.
Any guy who has said, let me put the tip in, if she lets you put the tip in, you're fucking. Like,
No, some of them will stop you, and then you gotta.
Oh, you just put the
You
tip
gotta
in.
understand. Do I continue like, nah, come on? Because if you keep pressing,
Right.
it can go different
So
ways.
you telling me that you just put the tip in and was done? Like
no,
she
I'm
was
saying
like,
like,
all right,
if
that's
she
it.
say that's it, you know why I'm stopping? Because that's some shit you don't want on your jacket.
I got a better question.
I feel like that's rape at that point.
Exactly.
I got a better question.
Okay.
Hold it though. But have you ever told a girl, let me put the tip in?
No.
Okay. Oh,
No. Whole yammer going in. We ain't.
Oh, yammer.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
we ain't-
people may say
ain't
it
playing
as
that
a
game.
line, but they're not really just gonna put the tip
we ain't
in.
playing
And
that
that's it.
Is it a body if it's only oral sex?
Yes.
Ugh.
Ooh.
It's body, bro.
Women
Part
trust
of-
body?
A part of your body was moving around. Body.
I wouldn't think that's a body.
That's a body. Yeah.
So for me personally, there's nobody I've given oral sex that I was not having sex with. So that's for me. It's kind of different because
Mature?
You give oral sex?
Say she's immature. You never gave top and not hit.
No.
That's
You are
crazy.
so greedy.
Oh, that's.
I don't just
Stingy.
be out here giving.
What we about to
head.
do? Oh man, that's straight.
You know,
well, no, you're saying in order there for to be an interaction, it has to be full on. You're just not pleasing someone, and that's it. That's what you're saying.
No. I'm saying that everybody I've ever given oral to, I was like involved with, so we also had sex.
so none of your
But
men
if-
ever asked you that question. Like, yo, babe, can you just give me some head tonight?
Right, but see what you just said?
But
Like
you're
it's
involved
my
with them.
yeah, I'm involved, so it's not like yeah, I could just give you head and that be it. But like I also have sex with you. So to your point or to your
Oh, okay, I see
question,
what you're saying.
it's not like I was with some
there
random
was already a
person and I
body.
just
Right, there was
right.
already a body.
Like it wasn't like I just gave
Right,
them
right.
head and then nothing else ever happened. Like no.
So you but to clarify things, you have just given head.
Oh yeah, like I have designated spots that people have put my name on for that.
Excuse me.
Whoa, wait a minute.
What? What?
Cause we saw what happened to the last dude.
No. Hold on.
I'm still
Wait,
here.
are you?
No, because I think the gin might be. throwing me off. Wait,
The gym?
the gin.
The gin.
What I want, as more people walk in, it gets real weird. Damn, I don't want to ask this question.
You're grown.
Okay.
No, go.
So there's never been one night stands taking place?
I've
by
never
anybody
had a
up here?
one night stand.
You've never had a one night
We've
stand?
already went through this on the pod. I have never had a one night stand ever.
No.
Never.
Would you like to experience it?
No.
Mike.
Huh?
Everybody okay?
No, I'm just asking the question. Well, hey, sis.
I'm talking about the mic. You got to talk into the mic.
Oh yeah, would you like to experience a one night stand?
No.
You never wanted the thrill of a one night stand?
I feel I get thrilled without it being something that only happens one time.
Okay.
Like
You believer?
I think you the controller type, Coco. You,
I'm not
you,
controlling.
You the type that
I'm not-
Your wheels turning.
can't
I'm
have
not
one.
controlling. The thing is, like, and this, I don't want to say it the way I'm about to say it because it sounds cocky.
Go ahead and say it.
No, say it.
But if I experience somebody,
They're going to want more.
there's no way
That you don't
that
want.
I've just been, that they would only want to be with me one time. Like, we've always made it a
Respect
thing.
your name.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Even if
He's
it was
saying it's
something
so
that, like
fire.
how you said earlier, like something you wasn't supposed to do. I've been in situations I wasn't supposed to be doing this
But
with
it
this
always,
particular
it
person.
always happen again.
But it always happens.
Cause you done made a couple of niggas crazy. We heard the stories.
Okay, well,
She done made niggas join the Illuminati.
I got a headache when she said that, but then when she fully explained it, my headache went away. So I get what she's saying.
Why you get a headache?
I understand what she's saying.
You got a headache because you thought I never
No,
had a one night
well,
stand.
well, no, okay, so
Because nobody believes
I'm
me for
cerebral.
some reason.
I'm very cerebral when I just told everybody at the pod March was gonna be me not talking about sex.
Too late.
That's all we talk about here.
I
So
know,
there's
but
no
they
way.
got this thing. Like the whole narrative at the pod is that
Our
I'm
fans and
the
supporters
horny
love when we
nigga at
talk
the
about
pod.
this shit.
What's your zodiac sign?
Virgo.
Oh, okay. Like that's my name vibe.
What day?
28th of August.
Okay, I'm a September Virgo.
Okay.
The 18th. But either way, right? So
Killed you.
when I hear you say that, right? I don't want to ask your age, but I'm gonna assume you 20 something, right?
That's sweet.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
So whatever your age is, I'm pretty sure I'm older than you, right? So when I hear women who say they haven't done certain things, I always think, okay, well, why haven't you? And what's holding you back from doing it? Not saying you have to do it, but then also, do you lack in certain experience? But no, I'm not saying you do. I'm saying when I hear women say that, that's my instant thought. That's why I get the headache quick. But then once you explain it, my headache went away. So I get why.
Yeah, I think that one night stands are so normal that it's almost unrealistic to believe that someone's
be too
never
normal if you
had
never
a
did
one
it.
night
That's true
stand.
too. That's true. Oh,
Can't be too normal if you never did it or experienced it. Which
Well, that's
you should.
why I'm like a unicorn, apparently.
You're right.
Like when that was something that we put online, every comment under that was, she's fucking lying. She's cat. Everybody was pissed.
they smoking.
Like nobody
They mad as
believed
shit.
that was true.
But that's because I think you did state that you was a sapiosexual, right?
A what?
Sapiosexual.
Oh, the way you more in
yeah,
tune
like
with the
she-
mic.
like she
I hate
more
when
in
y'all
tune.
say that. You have to stop. You have to stop.
Why?
She did say that.
Why you hate that?
Tell the truth, you want.
Because Dick don't got no brain. So
But
Let me take that back. Let me take
Vagina does though.
What?
I think it does.
Huh?
Coco, come on now.
All
You
right.
might have had some people with you till you
The
said
reason I feel like it does is because they say guys have two heads, which is true. So you guys can think with this head or you can think with
know
this
what?
one. We don't have two heads. We have one.
I have to let you be a unicorn because what you're saying is right. It's correct, right? It's correct for you. Everybody's an individual, right? But then for me, I'll go back into my brain and it tells me that you've probably never just went off of pure feeling. Like sometimes being so much in your head will stop you from doing certain shit that you would like. I've been in moments, and that's probably why I've been in a bunch of bullshit. So I'm not saying this is a good thing, but I've been in moments where I've met people, and in that instance of meeting them, I've known that, yo, this is gonna be fire. And I wanna experience it without thinking about the consequence, which is a bad thing. But I've had those moments where I've just acted off of impulse and have ended up dealing with people solely off of that. And then I've also had moments where I haven't done that, where I met someone and yeah, they're attractive, but I don't like how they talk, so I ain't beat. So I get what you're saying, but if it just feels like there's no balance.
But it sounds like you're saying that that's your first mind. Like the minute you're attracted to somebody or you feel some sort of sexual chemistry, that's like game time for you.
No, well, yes, it has been. And that is the impulsive nature that I'm talking to. And I don't think men just have that. Women have that too. Women have a moment where they see a nigga, and they always say that there's that thing where a woman see a nigga and she know instantly what
women always know.
I don't know how true that is, but I just know I've heard a lot of people say that. So I do think that there's moments where if you see a guy, you know instantly, okay, I could see myself giving him some pussy. But then there's also the thought of, well, would I be willing to act on that instinct just off of pure attraction? And I understand that.
So for me, the first one you said applies, but not the second one. I can see somebody and be like, oh, that would be fire. I was actually just telling my sister about somebody from my past where I looked at them just talking to me in a random conversation. I was like, oh yeah, I know that the sexual chemistry would be fire, but I'm not the person who's gonna pursue that. But when it was like, oh yeah, I bet.
Okay, so you won't act on it, but if the guy acts on it, you might be open to the conversation, or you're
not on a first occasion. I'm not really the type of person who is thinking about having sex with somebody the first day I meet you anyway. Like it would be something like we've hung out a couple of times, several times, or whatever, and then I feel that way. And if things progress, then they progress. But again, if we do cross those lines, we're gonna keep crossing those lines. It's not something that's just gonna be like one thing.
This 100K.
You think it's because we're talking about, you know, if she ever gave somebody head and not got the rest.
So bad.
I do, but it is what it is.
Go ahead.
For a man though, have you ever gave a female head and didn't hit?
Of course.
I'm an R&B singer.
Shit was homework, nigga.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I was mad when that shit happened.
Can't do it.
That shit was homework for me sometimes.
Damn.
You ever paid for it?
You?
Yeah, I was mad. I was mad.
Paid for it.
Paid for sex?
Yeah. Not from like an actual prostitute, stripper, somebody who's selling it, but like you ever paid somebody?
No, I've never actually said, here's some money and give me some pussy.
Never did a transaction.
But I will say this.
All
right?
pussy costs.
All pussy costs. But, right, I do plan on getting married at some point, so hopefully I will never have to enter this realm of living. But let's just say I'm 45 and I ain't married and I ain't got no prospects. I'll go pay for some pussy.
Right.
What? Just here.
This is what I need.
Here you go.
Right.
And I would do it in a very classy way. I'll take you out and we can go to dinner. And
Oh, you do all that.
because I want the experience. I don't just want. I like to chase, so I would even go as far as telling her, "Do me a favor, don't make it so."
You would tell the prostitute, "Yo, make me feel like you really."
Yeah, like, let me feel like I'm working for the pussy. I know I paid, but I want to pay. Like I'm into all that. I'm into
role play.
They call that an escort, though, not a prostitute.
whatever they want to call it.
That's what they like to classify
You can
themselves.
say whatever they want to
Call
call it.
whatever the fuck you want that night.
As long as she's yours that night.
As long as and the
I
other
can't
part.
see myself
see,
going
the
to
other part of
goddamn
it too is-
ATM. Goddamn.
The other part of it too is I'm not going to enjoy it unless I know she's enjoying the experience as well. So I get it that this is a thing that she often does, so she might not be that into. But now it's gonna make my job even harder to make her feel like this is something different from what she's used to enjoying. Because if I'm hitting and I've done enough to know a fake moan and some acting to when a nigga really beating some walls up.
Right.
If I feel like I ain't beating no walls up, then I don't want it.
Really?
I'm cool.
You'll own it.
You too?
Like you'll just stop.
I'm folding
You
their
don't-
ass
you
up
don't-
like a
I'ma just
comforter
get
set.
mine.
No,
Nah.
I know for a fact I'm getting real moans. I know for a fact.
Okay, that's ego.
Let me tell you something.
ego.
Let me tell you something.
That's ego.
It's not ego.
That is ego.
That's
Think about
super
it. It's
ego.
a position though.
No, it ain't the position.
Think about it, right?
No.
Well, maybe it's the girls
All
I ran
bitches
across,
fake
right?
moan.
Think about it, right?
Get in the mic. Pause.
It's the positions that I have placed them in. I know for a fact I'm getting a reaction.
Fold them like a pretzel.
Yes.
Every woman's
It's
body
different.
is different.
Yeah.
Every
It
spot
don't really
is
matter what position.
Again, it's the
Mike got to go to. I already know when I do this. It's a wrap.
You put him in a Cobra Clutch.
you know when you
Her head, she like,
you know
oh,
when
he
you
about
put
to
the one leg up from the back.
Here he go. He about
You know
to
what
do
I'm saying?
this.
And when they hold you back and shit like that, I got you.
No,
that could
nigga,
mean-
that
that could
means
mean
it
it
hurts.
That can mean it hurt.
Yeah, if it hurt, it ain't fire.
Well, you know, I'm hitting.
You ain't
No,
on
no,
your.
if it's hurt, it ain't, you thinking it's fire. She really
Mike,
hurt.
you just killed yourself. You're done.
Not really.
You in there on Sergeant
Think about it.
all the
If-
time.
no.
He going
He's
crazy.
holding you back. That doesn't always mean he's
That
beating it up.
doesn't. No. Because I know if it's hurt, I don't want to pursue it. Like, to be honest with you,
No.
I don't want to hurt you.
Okay,
I want to
hold on.
please and be dominant.
We understand that.
Uh-huh.
What I'm saying is 9 times out of 10, if a woman is like giving you the strong arm,
No, I'm not. I'm never.
relax.
I'm never getting a strong arm. That's the thing. I mean, like, it's just like a gentle. Like, you feel what I'm saying? You're too deep. They'll
means-
vocalize what they're saying.
Sometimes.
Hey, take it out. Put it back in. Let's try from this way to take some
if
of the.
you have a vocal woman, some people will just do certain things to be like,
Them
yo,
girls ain't gonna say
chill
nothing.
out. Like,
That's
you
why-
know,
mess the moment up.
That's why I'm saying.
'Cause I don't
Let me
say
say it in my
shit.
Barry White voice. That's why they say, Mike, take it out and put it
You
back
don't
in.
say shit.
I'm not gonna say shit.
Why wouldn't you say nothing?
If it hurt, you won't say nothing. You just because you want to mess.
So you just gonna take it?
We already know, based on the past conversations we've had here, that I'm a very I like to feed men's ego.
No,
So
you can't
I'm
do
not.
that.
I don't vocalize things that I feel like is gonna fuck up your ego.
No.
So I'll do things if it's hurting me. I'll do things where it's like, okay, calm down. But I'm not gonna say that because I don't want you to stop. I don't want you to not get your shit off. I just
No,
that hurts a little bit.
I like to hear the pleasure. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't ask the questions and shit like that. You know, some nigga, who pussy this is? I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think just anytime you engage with somebody, you gotta have some level of communication and know how to communicate. Because sometimes it's not through words. Sometimes it's through action. Sometimes it's a little tap on the shoulder. Chill the fuck out. Sometimes it's a tap on the shoulder telling you niggas speed it up.
Yeah.
You know, it depends.
Yeah, I know how to
Every
read
woman's
each other
different. Every man
sometimes.
is different. I know for me, the minute that I can tell this ain't rocking, I'm going gummy. I'm good.
Yeah, so
I don't want it no more. I'm cool. So
Remember, I told the story up here. The first couple of times I had said, I'm like, man, this shit might not be for me, bro.
I remember
You know
that.
what I'm saying? This shit might not be for me. I'm killing these bras, but I ain't coming. Goddamn it! What the lick read? What's going on? You feel me? But you know,
Okay, you got one.
Nah, go ahead,
All right.
lock it out.
Can you still be mad at your partner or somebody you're dating for sleeping with other people if they're upfront with you about it first?
Like if they tell you I've slept with this person.
No. Not in the past. It's like
current.
current.
Also, like
Babe,
they
I'm
cheated
finna go
and they come and
Like
tell
maybe
you.
they tell you up front when you guys first start talking, like, I'm dating other people, right? And so y'all dating, you start feeling her or whatever. And then she's like, well, I'm still dating. So I'm also probably still
well, I'm gonna tell
fucking or
you
whatever.
that my ego is through the roof. I'm already trying to beat this nigga out. I'm already trying to beat this nigga out. Like G shit. Like
Can you be mad?
you can't be mad.
I'm a light skin R&B nigga. I ain't sharing nobody. I'm sorry. I'm cool. You tell me you got somebody. Go.
They can have you.
Go ahead.
So every relationship.
And don't come back.
Every
Go there.
every type of relationship you've been in, like you meet a girl and y'all are just having sex. If she has other partners, you're done.
Okay, let me rephrase that because I've been in a weird relationship in the past where the person I was with was in a certain industry where she was a porn star.
Okay.
So she was for her job fucking other people, right?
Wow.
I was a
So
younger
you
guy.
went into it knowing
I
that's
went
what
into
she
it. I
does.
was watching her. I was like, shit. Word, I get the fuck you now. Cool.
We know this person.
Yeah, I 100% would know who she is, but I'm not telling y'all niggas.
Tina.
Who?
Is
Tina
that her?
Trump.
Yeah.
No, she's
Talking about
young.
Tiana.
She's young. She's young.
Look, your friend wouldn't know the name, the full name.
Tiana Trump.
Yeah, this is a woman of a.
Oh, she
other
up there.
Stature.
She up there.
Stature.
Got it.
But
Reynolds.
Boy, if you hit Roxy Reynolds, you is the GOAT. What?
no.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be
Not y'all
guessing.
trying to
We ain't
guess.
doing no guessing game. but at that point in my life, I didn't give a fuck because I thought it was a benefit. Oh, you porn star? We gonna be fucking other people, guys. We gonna do this. All right, great. Have a great time. I can't wait. That was the instance in that. But if I'm like into you in a certain way where I'm seeing a future, I'm seeing kids, I'm seeing a house, I'm
That can't be the
not
move.
playing no competition game with no other nigga. I'm not, and I wouldn't want you to have to do that in regards to me. Because I know how I can get. If I'm into multiple women, it's gonna show. You gonna know that.
Because well, you're not giving them attention.
I'm
Texting back late.
Especially if
all
one supersedes the other.
Exactly. So I don't even play that game. Allow you to go ahead and find who you need to find, and I'll go ahead and dibble and dabble.
Being that you dated a porn star, though, have you ever been to a sex party?
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted.
I ain't never been to the Diddy freak off.
I've always wanted to. Go to
I've never been to the Diddy freak offs.
I ain't never been to the Diddy.
Nobody wants to go to
No.
the Diddy freak offs.
Hey, listen. Let me also say, right. I want to say this because I know we joking a lot about that, but I'm still gonna joke on it. But the serious side of it is, if anybody was ever a part of shit like that, against their will, or coerced into it, or manipulated, or held over their, something was held over their head to do it, it's fucked up.
Right.
Wrong as fuck.
Regardless.
You're a disgusting nigga. If that's what Diddy was doing, then nigga, you're a disgusting motherfucker. I don't support none of that shit.
Facts.
Right.
That's good.
But
If it wasn't.
Oh Lord.
I done been to a couple of freak offs. I done been to a couple of sex
Hey,
parties.
wait, somebody the free girls, Joe Budden and Ish.
I done been to a couple of them. And all the ones I've been to were great. and they were respectful. They weren't what we think they are.
Right.
It's not what you see in the movies.
They wasn't the
Talk to
eyes
us.
wide shut, walk in and
With the mask.
Everybody.
no, it was organized, consent forms.
Consent form.
wow.
It was very much so people of a certain level of respect who just want to be there to enjoy certain levels of sexual pleasure, not just physically but mentally.
Explain consent
Mentally at a
forms.
sex party.
Well,
Explain the mental part. I want to hear that part.
Mentally at a sex party?
So I'm gonna give
We
you
all
some-
need
So
explanations.
Is it VR?
When I hear those kind of parties, the free calls, I'm thinking it's like,
You just-
Yo.
yo, come here.
You want to fuck?
Anybody.
So let's be clear, because I don't want to call them freak offs no more. I call them adult gatherings
Oh,
because
wow.
they've ruined the freak off name.
Gathering.
So typically at adult gatherings that are really organized, you do have forms where you fill out to say, I like this, I am not a part of this, this, that, sign, you will be held to that standard.
Who sees these forms? Everybody in the party?
Whoever's the organizer, and you will have certain bands to let it be known what you say. So
Red band, deep throat, red band, no head.
Purple anal.
so you'll have that situation, right?
That's cool.
And then you'll go to a spot where they're selling. You have merch there. You have cannabis there. You
Put
have,
your shit there. You know what I'm saying?
you have things that are set
M3,
up.
S3,
Not
no
being a
that.
You have shows. There might be women who do shows with tassels or things, or
Right.
whipping shows, or domineering show. You have things that set up a certain.
Dominatrix. That's
So
lit.
I don't want to put so much of a negative.
I want to go just to
connotation on
see the
that.
shows. I just want to watch.
The mental side is you have people that go there that just like to watch.
They don't want to smash nothing.
They don't want to touch nothing. They don't want to be touched.
And that's fine.
And you will have people who will come up to you and say, hey, do you want to play? And if you say no, okay, have a great time. Go about your business. That is what that lifestyle is really about. Now, all this other industry, music industry shit, cocaine-induced wild shit that these other niggas doing, that's not what I'm talking about when I mention the freak off, which is now the adult gathering. That shit is some demonic, evil, controlling, manipulating shit
Crazy.
that industry people or people of a certain wealth and ilk use to control people and hold over your head.
Try to make it
So
regular.
when I sit here and I'm able to say, March 16th, there's a freak off going on in Brooklyn, I'm gonna be in that motherfucker. And I don't have a problem saying that because everything that's involved in it is consent, it's upright, pause, and it's done it's done for the sakes of nothing but pleasure. That's it.
That's it.
You go home, go about your business. When you here, we here to enjoy. We're not here to destroy. That's it.
Damn, that's crazy.
So all this Diddy
You
shit.
said March 16th?
Yeah, I'll send you the information. But, I don't, because I've been in the industry for a while and I've seen different things and I've enjoyed certain things. I've been a part of orgies. I've been a part of different levels of dealings and things like that. So I don't want to. Now every time that people hear that, you thinking some Diddy or R. Kelly shit. That's not the case.
I've always wondered though, like, do they get people tested for these things?
You know
or
what's
they
interesting?
That would be my
That's
concern.
the one thing I haven't seen.
Some of them they do.
I would
The
be
ones that
inside
want the
You
ones
and
the
you
ones.
definitely in there.
No.
Bear skin.
No.
No. I never
He
got.
said, "What's protection?"
No.
He might be.
No.
You
Ain't
don't
no
use
gay
the
now.
numbers.
Hey.
No, perfect
The
English.
sex parties you asking for.
No, I know Espanol now. No. No. That is those situations is you don't play with that.
The
You
ones.
see other celebrities in there.
No,
and it's
the
cool.
ones I seen, they do have the consent and NDAs. Like you to
You
be.
been to a sex party?
I got invited multiple times and got sent those forms. Like you gotta show up with your test records and it gotta be backdated,
Test
current and backdated. Yeah. So
The ones you went to, you had to come through
Yeah,
it.
they wasn't dripping. you come how you come.
They look at you. You look like you ain't got AIDS. Come on.
Yeah, your eyes ain't dilated. Go ahead.
yeah.
But no, I mean, as long as you're safe, as long as everyone is having a good time and doing whatever they do, I don't want to shame anybody because even with the thing of people saying, "Oh, he was getting, guys to watch his girl have sex,"
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They
in
said
that
they
situation,
said Puff
right?
was like watching the
Yeah, that's
girl so
crazy
he
in
could
that
watch
situation.
the guy. have
But
sex.
I know a lot of people who actually go out there hiring people to do that, and the woman is enjoyed by it. Like there's couples, married couples that, go out there searching for people to do that because they're voyeurs and they just like to watch.
But we heard this
I don't
about
wanna-
him before. Like he couldn't please Naomi Campbell and stuff like that. It's people that actually do this.
Yeah, I don't want to kink shame people into what they like. I just do it and do it with someone that actually enjoys it as well, and don't use it as a fucking a tool for destruction. But if you, I don't give a fuck. I'm not into it. But it ain't got nothing to do with me. So you cool? Great. I don't care. R. Kelly, you want to pee on somebody? Go pee. Just make sure that they want to be peed on. And
Right.
Just make sure they over the legal
over the
age.
age,
Right. It wouldn't have been weird if she
That's
liked it, right?
I don't care about any of the other stuff. Just
Right.
leave the kids alone
Yeah.
and pee on the people that want to be peed on.
Yeah.
I would be mad at myself if I ain't asked this because I know you've been in the industry. You've been around all the celebrities, blah, 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 and you've been to these type parties.
What's your
Is
kink?
the Illuminati real?
I don't know. And if them,
You haven't seen anything
hey, listen,
Weird.
that makes you feel like, okay, this
It's
is
a
some
thing.
type of...
I'm gonna tell you like this: if they was real, I had an application ready, signed to be delivered about
get me.
10
You
years
want to be a
ago.
part of it.
Get me.
Please come get me. But today, no, I'm cool. I like where I'm at. But I've never seen. Do I think
people would partake in that stuff way before the Illuminati?
do I think that there's sects of people who control shit and do it? Yeah. I don't want to, especially with black people who reach a certain level of success, I don't want to throw Illuminati attached to their success because it almost discredits the actual hard work that they put into shit. If you did your shit and you did it the right way and you immenced your success the way you did it, let's celebrate that and let's just call it that. Now, if you just happen to be a shitty person, then you're just a shitty person. I don't want to put Illuminati claims and all that other shit. But do I believe that there's fraternities and different people that control shit? Yeah.
So you don't feel like you've never seen nothing to where you feel like your success was blocked by a certain entity or some shit like that?
I do think that there's been moments where my success was limited and held back. I don't think it was like an entity that did it. I think that there was a person that did it, and that person had enough control to do that.
Because he ain't like you, type thing.
Maybe he didn't like me. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe I didn't move a certain way or say a certain thing. It doesn't matter. Whatever their reason was, they was put in a position to go ahead and do that. So the higher ups ain't questioning their decisions. Just like, oh, you don't fuck with him? All right, cool. We don't care.
Right.
Oh, you fuck with him today? All right, cool. It's cool.
He's
Like,
done.
I think there's certain people that's put in position to control whether or not you are successful in certain realms. But then you also have examples of people who've been blocked and still made it.
Like Joe.
Right.
Here we go.
But listen, I gotta say, man, this was everything and more.
I appreciate this. This was
You
fun.
know, this was everything and more. I would love to have you back.
This was fun.
I was talking to you about, once a year we do our M3S3 weekend. This year, it's M3S3/No Studio, which is Geechee Gotti /Riot, which is Geechee Gotti and KP weekend in Orlando, April 27th. Love to have you out there.
I definitely come.
Oh, fire.
I'll sing the national anthem.
Hey.
Let's do it.
I'll sing the national anthem.
I'd love to have you out there, bro.
Yeah.
And I would love to have you back for another, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I hate flying, but as long as the turbulence is decent, I'll definitely be back. And I love Miami. I just love the energy, and you guys are great. You guys have been very welcoming.
Fire.
Appreciate it.
Can you leave us with a gem on how to be successful as podcasters? As a team.
As a team. Build up your rapport, not just in here, outside.
What you mean?
I think the benefit that the Joe Budden podcast has is that we all have relationships, not just on the pod, but also outside, and also back history.
Right.
So we have stories we can tell from 10 years ago. Right. We're still doing things today that, we just filmed the Patreon yesterday, and we were telling a story about something that happened with me, Joe, and my man Vern in the strip club. Wow. They like to say that I'm the R&B thug of the crew that ends up always in fights. So something had happened where we got into something with somebody, and they blame it on me, but it was my fault, but cool. But the rapport matters because you get a chance to learn how to talk with each other in a different way than just bringing somebody up here and whatever. And then don't be afraid to be yourself. Mm-hmm. What do you have to lose? And just continue to look for ways to grow in your conversation. What you don't know, go try to figure it out. If you are wrong, be okay in being wrong. But if you find yourself being wrong, be okay with coming back on there and say, yo, remember that shit I said before? I was bugging the fuck out.
Facts. Like, I was not wrong about Kevin Hart. I was not wrong.
You know what I'm saying? That's important because whether you know it or not, the viewers are not just growing with you as a person, they're growing with the whole group. So as they see y'all grow as individuals, they're going to also see y'all grow as a group and appreciate that. That's why you get certain spots where if you have certain people who's a part of the podcast at one point and then they're no longer there, you're like, oh, man. It's not just because they're gone. It's because the dynamic of the group relationship is no longer there. Yeah. So I think those three things is great. And then just be honest. And then when you do lie, just be convincing in your lie. That's it.
That's cool, man.
And then, this shit is entertainment. Yeah. We're here to entertain and just keep this shit entertaining.
Fire.
Oh,
give it up for Emanny, y'all. You already know what it is. You know why we call this I Say That to Say This? Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, so we call it the I Say That to Say This podcast because usually when somebody's talking, they talk and they say mad shit. At the end, they say, okay, I say that to say this. That's when you get to the meat and potato. This is what they really trying to say. So thank you for being on the I Say That to Say This podcast.
Pleasure having you.
Loved it.
Pleasure, bro. Pleasure. Hope you enjoy your time in Miami. And we hope to have you back.
100%.
I'm saying salute. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that type shit. Let's do it one more time.
Uh-huh.
I'm not above you. I'm not below you. I'm right here with you.
Come on, let's play Monopoly. Cash fun and rinse property.
Over here at the Riot, we get tired of people complaining about matchups not going down.
Shout out to my little Geechee Gotti, the Riot, my debut.
Y'all lied to me and said that this bitch lyrical. Now get spiritual. You getting a quick burial. I'll show up to your funeral like hilarious. I'm hysterical. Your family screaming Y2J like Chris Jericho. Bitch!
They keep telling me rocks outside, rocks house, and we been outside.
A lot of times when you call somebody out, they got the negative energy. They find it as this or whatever. It's one of them ones. You done. Rum punching around turns quickly. I grip or get one gun. Wait, reverse that. Gun one. Get a grip. I quickly turn around and punch rum. Yeah!
Everybody that beats A-Ward wins champion of the year. It's my turn. Tay-Rock is dead.
Good night.
April 28th, Orlando, Florida. Main event. We giving everybody that matchup that they've been begging for.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's Kenny Dobbs, man. Want to give a special shout out to my dog, Fred, the M3S3 Lieutenant, all right? Now, he just hit me up and told me we're running it back, man. The big money tournament is going down. Last year in Miami, we had the whole gym rocking, man. The dunk contest was lit. It was a cool vibe for everybody, man. And my dog, Duke Skywalker, and the whole squad took home the dub. But you know, this year, that 20K is coming home with me, baby. And I'm going to add the trophies to the collection, all right? So make sure you guys mark your calendars, man. April 27th in Orlando is going down. Hit my dog, Fred. Make sure you guys get your squads ready and registered before it's too late. And make sure you tell my young bull, Geechee Gotti, man, stay about the paint when you see me take a flight, all right? Let's go.
Yeah. I say that to say this.
That's what I'm not trying.
I say that to say this. I say that to say this. It's debatable. I'm going back and forth, nigga, to get my point across.
I feel like
I say that to say this.
Below you, right here
I
with
say
you.
that to say this.
To the man.
I say that to say this. Whether it's current events or
7.
spit fat.